Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for giving us that extra time to go live tonight. We had a bunch of stuff happening. Ignore the fucking tentacle. That's not what we're talking about here.
I mean, it was.
It was what we were talking about, but it's not what we're talking about now. Let me see. Oh, what happened?
Did you break something already?
No.
You ran away.
Is it Professor Ellis?
It's Professor. It's always Professor Ellis.
Choose.
Oh, Professor Ellis.
I'm doing something else as well on this. Got it.
I'm just gonna flash back for a minute to Professor Ellis.
Oh, Professor Ellis. She was wonderful in the fact that she was annoying as all hell. But, you know, it was a lot of fun. I love that game.
I'm putting that line out of context.
What line?
Ignore the tentacle. That's not what we're talking about.
It never
Oh.
is.
I mean, we have the power right now to make that what we're talking about.
Oh, exactly.
Were there kaiju movies
I got there because I cannot wait to see Sam's react to that line.
Well,
I think there's kaiju movies that are out at this point in time.
I just wouldn't know that I posted this in my server with "We already started off with tentacles" as the tag, and just posted the link after tagging everyone.
yeah.
I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that the servers,
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on Dinner and a Game. We really appreciate it. Just to go over quick things real fast, Twitch has eliminated their restrictions on multi-streaming. So, yeah, finally. So, we are now streaming this show on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and we are streaming it currently on TikTok.
Oh.
Because I had to bring in a whole nother computer.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So what you're saying is I need to also pull up TikTok.
If you want to, yeah. You can tell me if the sound's working, but I think it is. It looks like it is.
Yeah, give me a second, I can tell you.
Yeah, but so we're on a whole host of places. Please, please, please join us wherever you feel comfortable. Whichever one you like the mostest, that's where we want you to be. At Dinner and a Game, we always save you a seat at the table. Now we put the table in multiple dimensions. So we're now a multi-dimensional stream, as it were. But thank you all for waiting, and thank you guys to my amazing players for coming in tonight to allow me to basically.
Hey Ray.
Yes.
Sound is working on TikTok, but there is a hum.
A hum.
Yeah.
Can they hear your...
Sounds like a fan almost.
Yeah,
I've
it sounds
got
like one of the fans is getting picked up.
I've got my mics muted. Tech. Oh, sorry. Wrong way. Now that should get rid of it.
One moment.
Also, hey Ray, about 2 people have the correct name on.
I know.
Twitch.
When my wife was supposed to be with us tonight, she's not feeling well. I just put her back to bed right before we jumped on, and now I had to rearrange all the cameras, which is why I was talking
Hell,
so
we're
fast.
each other.
Yeah.
That's fine.
See, now you're the one with the broken leg.
I don't want to be the one with the broken leg.
Well, what the hell? Why does Kel have to have all the bad things happen to him? Oh yeah, because his dice
I roll
hate him.
shit.
Because his dice hate him.
Well, hey, my dice have been nice to me as a DM.
Well, I mean, there's that, but
Oh no, well
Okay, now there's no sound at all on TikTok.
While Ray fixes things, Diamond, what are you eating tonight?
I'm eating leftovers. It is basically potatoes and sausage and onions.
So the
I
best
failed to make a breakfast hash and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna eat this anyway as is."
that could just throw in some
wait.
cheese and say, voila.
It's dinner and a game. I figured we might talk about our dinner. I'm having gumbo.
Sounds like it's
I'm
bad.
having
Gumbo.
Coach, where's Michael?
Yeah. Why are you not
Come down.
sending this through?
Come down to where I'm at and you can all have gumbo. I'll make you all gumbo if you'll come down here.
Bet.
I only know how far of a drive that is for like one of you. Actually,
it's a drive
I know
for
for
all of them.
two.
Well, no, yeah, for Lissa, it's not
No,
horrible.
I'm flying.
For Geek Girl,
It's too
Lissa.
far.
For Geek Girl,
gonna say.
Lissa.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure both Lissa and myself would have to fly there. That'd be too long of a fucking drive.
I
So you're
My
not
partner
coming-
works for an airline, so I will just.
you have the easiest time.
You
You're
just,
gonna hook us up then. You're gonna hook us up then.
Oh no,
I also
they didn't say that
airline.
at all. They just said their significant other works for an airline. The discount goes to the significant other. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's his discount. I'm just saying, I could fly there for free because of
You
his stuff.
see, you all need to figure out how to get down to where I am because my goal for next Texas Renaissance Festival, yes, I go to Texas Renaissance Festival every year with my wife for our anniversary. My goal is to get as many mutuals from TikTok to the Texas Renaissance Festival for Halloween year.
Good. I was about to ask that. Are we allowed to go for your anniversary celebration
Yes.
of your Halloween? Good. Then you can
Yeah,
count on
my
Jessica.
wife is signed off.
Jessica and I will be there next year. We may have to rent one of the cabins though, but we will be there.
I will tell you, if you can rent a trailer instead, it would be a better bet because you can set up easier with a trailer close to where we would be. The cabins are so far away. You'd be driving back and forth through camp every night. It would be an absolute hassle. But a trailer is more than doable, especially if you go the generator route. Because we do camp on the rows. We camp near the festivities at camp. So yeah. It'd definitely be easier if you could rent yourself a small trailer, for sure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we can plan a dinner and a game meetup for the Texas Renaissance Festival on the Halloween next year's Halloween night.
I'm okay with this.
If anyone,
Entirely okay with this.
if you guys,
That's just a show tonight. We're just working out logistics. That's all it is.
if you guys have never been to the Texas Renaissance Festival, it is one of the biggest Renaissance festivals in the nation.
It is the biggest.
I was gonna say. I didn't want to say it was the biggest because I wasn't 100% sure, but yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Epic.
I'm
Is it-
too broke.
Is it the biggest like distance covered, or is it the biggest attendance?
Biggest
Both.
attendance, biggest distance covered, biggest
It has the
largest area.
Part of that is, mind you, their campgrounds are calculated into that, but other festivals also have campgrounds, and these campgrounds are as big as the festival itself. So
And
it's partially calculated into that.
and the Texas Renaissance Fair campgrounds are legendary.
They are an experience.
They have their own. They have their own Facebook and other social media groups.
I'm on all of them.
And camping there is supposed to be amazing. I understood that this year they increased it to 2 bonfires.
They have 2 bonfires now, as far as I'm aware. I did not see the other one, but there is a second one. I stay within my realm. I know a couple of the clans out there, and so we go hang out with one of them for most of the time there.
Yeah. And they have clans, which is just about what you think it is. A bunch of people who signed up to get drunk together.
And have the safety of other people around them.
Yes,
Which
that
is
the
nice.
big issue.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, I got a burger.
And Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are going to be playing a wonderful, wonderful game called Tales from the Loop. This game, hey numbers. This game is published by Free League Publishing. They are a little publishing company, I do believe, out of Denmark. And they are an incredible indie publisher because they have their own system, they have their own mechanics, but they somehow managed to get some very big name properties. The reason I'm bringing this up is because we probably only have like 3 more sessions of this particular game, and then we're jumping into maybe 2 more sessions. Then we're jumping into our next game, which is The Walking Dead, which is Free League's latest game that they published. The Walking Dead is based on the same mechanics, and it's heavy story driven, and it's going to be an amazing, amazing game, and I hope you all can show up for it. Whereas this game has been very lighthearted for the most part. There's been some kind of dark, broody scenes, but it's been pretty lighthearted. The Walking Dead is one of those...
We've been Scooby-Dooing the entire time.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry for the dark, traumatic vibes.
Y'all are
Sorry.
doing. Y'all
I
are
am
doing.
here
I've been
for the
crippled in a
drama.
hospital.
Robbie spent
Ray,
an
you
episode
actually-
drying his stash out in someone's backyard.
Robbie
I'm
also
saying
spent an
now,
episode in a
Warren
police
is
station
100%
being very sad about his dad.
It's true.
And what were you saying, Liz?
But Ray,
Warren is
you
Scooby.
legitimately called me out on stream for traumatizing myself.
Yeah, but that was a different game
I'm here
entirely.
for it.
That was Firefly, and if you remember, everyone remembers
Yes,
Firefly.
which is not a very good world, like universe-wise. It's kind of like
It's not- it's-
post-apocalyptic bullshit.
It's not happy.
It's the Wild West. I want to say probably the Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
So you're the one that said your entire family died in your backstory.
Yep.
You just
And I said that the initial game was going to be us kind of playing out some backstory, and Liz didn't realize that it was going to be her backstory and it was going to be traumatic.
Oh no, I know full well by doing that I gave you full license to traumatize me on camera.
Yeah, but the fact you threw in the horse in that trauma too.
Sparkles.
Sparkles is dead. R.I.P. Sparkles.
Sparkles is glue.
No, Sparkles is red mist.
No, it should be glue with all the carbon bombing.
That was afterwards, true. But anyway, but tonight we're not playing that game. Tonight we are playing Tales from the Loop. And when we last left off, our brave group of teens...
Sweden.
Sweden?
Yeah, they're from Sweden.
Got it.
Yep.
Got it. Yeah, it's a democratic. No, it's okay. It's a democratic socialist country. I'll just say that next time.
It's one of the Scandinavian countries. That's what we get.
No, I just want to.
We're American. We don't know the difference.
I just want to make a certain demographic that doesn't even come into our chats angry by saying a democratic socialist country. So anyway, oh wait, bot. Oh, what happened? Numbers got botted.
There was bot.
Sorry, Numbers. The bot is mean, but it's here for our protection.
What did you do, Numbers?
I know.
No,
Numbers didn't do anything. There was
so
bot in
the Autobot, because Numbers name username is a bunch of numbers, likes to get him. Because this is not the first time.
Did it happen on one of Dice's streams too?
I think
That
so.
was yours,
I know
too.
for a fact it happened on Critical Bard's stream.
Yeah.
Sparkles is charcoal.
No, there was a follower bot.
Oh, did it get booted yet?
Oh, I see it. It's
No,
the nasal
there's a
cartwheel.
follow. Yeah, nasal
Yeah,
cartwheel.
I don't have mod
Oh,
privileges. I can't kill it.
You should
Yeah.
have mod privileges. I'm sorry if you don't. I'll fix it.
That's fine.
Don't worry, Numbers. I got you. I know what you're on about.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, again, Numbers does get fucked by the bot.
No, Numbers has been fucked by the bot on multiple occasions. That's why the confusion was present.
I think we have a new shirt. Numbers gets fucked by the bot.
Numbers.
That's the new merch. That's the new merch.
But right. Does that come before or after no initiative? Just fuck.
Okay, but we also have to have ignore the tentacle or whatever it was.
Ignore the
tentacle.
Ignore it.
Wait, it's ignore the tentacle. That's not what we were talking about.
Yes.
Now the shirt's just gonna ignore the tentacle, and you're just gonna see a tentacle over top of an arm just waving.
No. It needs to be coming over the shoulder, so there's just a little hint of the tentacle, but it's all down the whole back.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, like that.
Exactly.
Yep.
Okay.
Ignore the tentacle.
I've got Red Queen Hales, ladies and gentlemen, does all the art for dinner and a game. So when you see our shirts,
She's gonna love the tentacle one.
I know she's gonna freaking go apeshit on the tentacle one.
That's the
Hold
shirt
up.
or hoodie you have to send me, right?
Hold on.
Okay, I still haven't gotten that taken care of. Huh? What was that?
I'm trying to see if stream crash or is my internet being stupid.
Your
Stream's
internet's
still
being
going.
stupid.
Your internet's being stupid.
Yeah.
The good news is the call's still good.
Yeah, I was expecting to get kicked from the call here in like a second.
We haven't even gotten into this thing yet.
Blame North Carolina.
No, I blame your internet.
How often do we actually start within 30 minutes of stream starting?
Well, now I know what I need to do for everything that I was trying to get done, so we're going to be better next time. Let's go ahead and say hi to everybody since we've had 20 minutes of just chatter.
We're all excited to see each other.
I know. It's been weeks. It's been several weeks.
It's been a month.
Yeah.
Coming up on that time frame.
That's the thing about these games that are every other week. If you miss one, it's a month later.
Oh yeah, no, because my Stargate game, I've realized one of our sessions falls on Black Friday, and I told him nope, because I will be a zombie.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and say hi to everyone and see who's playing what. And we're going to start in a little different order this time because we're missing at least one of us. But we're going to say hi first to Diamond. How are you doing?
Oh, you went completely roundabout.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
We're not even on order.
I'm changing things up.
Not even a corner.
Not even a corner. Go ahead, Diamond. Sorry.
I'm just saying hi. What do you want from me?
I say, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm fine.
Good. So, Diamond, who are you going to be playing tonight?
Tonight I will be playing Cynthia Janice Lakeview, aka Songbird, your resident troublemaker, who is the grew up too fast because my parents are both flower children who don't want to grow up at all. I have a handy dandy med kit that's in a Josie and the Pussycats bag, so I will heal you with the power of the Pussycats. And that's about it. That's about it. And me and Robbie might change shirts again.
Because that's a thing and that happened.
I think we should just make this a thing now, to where it's just Songbird and Robbie are just gonna keep changing clothes.
Until rumors start. That's how rumors get started.
I would be surprised if there's not rumors already about us.
Does
Because
this mean we've seen Robbie in a skirt?
Have we?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You say it's not possible.
By the way,
Not
Hipster, I don't
possible.
know if you meant to do this, but your camera went off.
I accidentally tapped the plug-in
okay.
for my camera. Give it a second.
No worries.
Yep, it should be coming back on any. Oh,
Hey,
what
half
the
your
fuck?
head's gone.
Oh, we can see your chest though. That's fine.
We've been
Hold on.
it's fine.
while you're
It's a
fixing
The
that.
lovely necklace.
You're a dual.
While you're fixing that, let's go ahead and spin the wheel around a little bit. Kel, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Doing
Especially
good.
now that we actually get to play.
Absolutely.
The
And
live $50 ads past few weeks.
speaking of playing, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Warren Marshall, the popular kid who hangs out with the troublemakers and the rockers because
Oh, I see what happened.
Excellent. Thank you very
Oh my
much.
God.
If I could, I'd introduce
Oh,
Ichigo.
you had it. I saw
It-
your
that-
entire
it's
face for
working.
like half a second.
It's working off of the wrong camera.
Dude,
Set to read the correct camera is the problem.
Oh.
The laptop camera is garbage, so I have a secondary camera.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I've done that
Just gotta
before. So
reset
it's
that in a moment.
Don't worry, don't
it's
worry.
not your heads because the webcam's blocking the laptop camera.
yeah, no, that's
In the meantime, we will continue the introductions. Miss Liz, how are you doing tonight?
I'm great. There's a cat.
it's
You bet
It's all that matters.
pretty.
It's Ichigo. It's Ichijo the cat noodle. No.
Ichigo
Baby.
Ichigo Purizaki. It's like, stop.
There we
Mom.
are.
There you are. He's back. And he's got the beans. Look at, he's just so floppity.
Yeah. Her name is Ichigo Purasaki. She is the Kirigami, and she's the captain of the Fur Force. She's my strawberry soul reaper and a demon.
Dun dun dun. Miss
Rogue,
Liz, who
Would
are
you like
gonna,
to be on camera?
Miss Liz, who are you going to
No.
play tonight?
I am playing one of our two rockers, Juniper Broadmeadow, also known as Junie Velvet.
And speaking of rockers, let's transfer over to number 2 rocker. Geek Girl Alyssa, how are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good.
You're doing
I'm just
really,
going to
really
keep
good.
Getting lists. I'm just gonna keep getting lists with us the entire night.
And who are you going to be playing tonight?
Hi, I am playing London Spets, aka Lynx, and I am the other rocker.
Gotcha. And finally, the troublemaker himself, the evil one, the one who is the instigator of all things that have happened that have gone badly for someone else.
And for themselves.
A little bit. But you're not in the hospital.
It's true.
The hipster
Well, I mean-
GM.
Technically, we are in a hospital. I'm just the only one here for a reason.
Yep.
And we're in a hospital in a very bad situation.
We're in a hospital because of you.
Oh yeah.
Hipster, who are you playing tonight?
I am playing Robbie. Specifically, hold on, let's get his full name because my sheet's back. My sheet's
Yay!
back, everybody.
Yeah, mine is too. May I have that?
No.
No.
She has a hold of the tentacle. There it goes.
Okay. So
Robbie Verdance.
Verdance.
Verdance?
Verdansky.
Verdansky.
Verdansky. My mic cut.
That's okay.
I am a little weirdo, communist, conspiracy theorist with autism. That's That's
I'm
Who are you
me.
playing tonight?
But who are you playing tonight?
You caught me on the joke there. Yeah, I know. Both Robbie and I exemplify several of those traits. Minus the conspiracy theorist part. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but Robbie's conspiracies seem to be correct.
So far, at least.
So far, yeah.
Which means so are theirs.
I can fix that. Would you like to become one?
I have a couple. I have a couple that I follow. We'll discuss this later. I'll tell you my favorite one that I know is not true, but I hold in my heart.
See, there
It's,
you go. That's all
it's
you
your
need.
head canon, Coco.
The head canon is canon, no matter what. And I am Mr. Daxo, Ray from Dinner and a Game, and I am the person who has the reins on these cats and tries to wrangle them. And the cats end up just
Strangle.
chewing through the reins, running up the reins and attacking me randomly. Apparently, they have a thing for my kneecaps. And then
I don't want your kneecaps. I want your spinal column.
oh yeah,
No,
you claim
that's
my
not-
spinal column.
Yeah, that's Milagros who wants your knees.
And
Milagros wants your
Sphinx
kneecaps.
claims
No,
something
no.
else.
I very specifically came in the chat earlier and said we need to take knees. So,
Yeah, but that was
That was
something
something
else.
Yeah, we're
Still
talking
appropriate.
about Ray's knees, not who
we're
you're
talking-
referring to.
I'm not here for any of Ray's body parts. I'm just here to help whoever needs help getting said body part.
You get the help action.
She's-
Yes, I get the help
You get
action.
the help action. So we roll with advantage on our medicine checks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Liz is a helper. You know, like when Mr. Rogers said, look for the helpers. Liz
Wait.
is a helper.
I thought this was the instigator.
Face
That's
once your
also
toes,
bad.
and then back once your fingers.
Mm,
I forget what M said they claimed, but I already claimed the spinal column. I forget which part M had claimed. M might have claimed your hip bones.
that would make sense for him, though.
I think it might be hip bones. I know Milagros has also mentioned the hip bones, but they're really after the cat.
Milagros wants the kneecaps.
no, Milagros
Milagros
Mal-
wanted
Mal-
the hip replacements.
Milagros got really mad though one time and said that she didn't want my hip bones. She just wanted to shatter them and leave me with that.
Yeah.
So that was
And
the time
no
she got
kneecap.
actually mad at me.
lovely.
I miss Milagros.
Oh, hey, Sphinx is
Oh,
here.
there's a space for the chat.
Hey, Sphinx.
Oh, the toes.
Oh,
The toes, the toes. That's
And you get to
okay.
Start with Miss Liz.
Yeah. He has to come flirt with Liz.
Oh yeah, that's probably gonna happen. They gotta play catch up. They missed out on Wednesday.
Hey,
I
hey,
know,
hey, it's
I
my
know.
job to flirt with Bliss.
I was gonna say Sphinx isn't here to do the customary. What's up?
He just did.
Oh my god, numbers.
Who wants the groin? No one any more numbers. No
Well,
one
we
at
said
all.
I
Right.
want the femurs.
The femurs.
I want the femurs.
You want my
Look,
We'll
they
groin?
make
make-
groin for his wife.
they
That's only
make-
appropriate.
They make great handles for knives, okay? And I've never had one that big to work with. So
That's
yeah.
fair.
Yeah, then you can probably make a machete. You can probably make a machete with that.
My,
These vertebrae have a really good handle too.
my chicken leg bones.
Yeah.
Vertebrae, we can, as long as you.
The only piece I would have
work it right,
claimed was
yeah.
in either kneecaps or spine because I need new ones of those.
Well,
but I'm
most
not
people
allowed.
claim
to.
though,
I
you're
know.
bad
I
luck.
said I'm out of luck.
You can have the humorous.
Nothing's humorous about this for me. Anyway,
We're
We're
talking about you.
so ladies and gentlemen,
Humorous for us.
when people are not thinking about how new ways to dismember me, sometimes they think about one of our sponsors, Many Worlds Taverns. Many Worlds Taverns is an amazing
What a fucking segue. I'm so sorry to cut that off.
Oh my god.
Many Worlds Taverns is a purveyor of fine coffees and teas. If you use the link in chat, we will get 10% of any purchases you make on the site. And if you use the discount code, you'll get 10% off on your purchases. And right now they're doing free shipping on any purchases over $60 or more. So, if you want to sponsor the show and you want to get some really good product for it, you can go through Many Worlds Taverns and do that. Also, if you want to cover up the wounds that your players have given you because they've been taking your limbs, you can go to our merch store and order shirts and other things to cover up the many, 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 many violent things that have been done to you by your players. I don't know how it's going to cover. We don't have any. I guess I can get a hoodie to cover up the missing arms. But anyway.
Cover the missing arms.
You have
Yeah,
a mug in the
I will say. I will say.
Hang on a second, Kel. What'd you say? What'd you say, that Menace?
There's a mug in the merch shop too,
There
right?
is a mug.
So you can get a DAG mug to drink your Many Worlds Tavern tea in.
There you go. Dag Many Worlds tea in, and you guys can also order Dag pint glasses.
I love those glasses so much. They're so cute.
They are fantastic.
Did I get you one at Gen Con?
No,
Ah.
you gave me at Gen Con.
You know what?
I got.
I think I gave them all away, but I'm not sure. But I have more, so I'll send you one. I actually have more. Period.
You should go steal it.
or
I mean,
or
you
you
can
should go
always
with
send me
this
one.
tap it off the counter.
Yeah.
So,
He likes to pick her paws in mugs for some reason.
because there might be something warm down in there.
No, just
Look,
empty ones. She
It's
likes
very
empty ones.
appropriate that Ray is like comparing us to cats, given that support your local cat cult. So we are the cat cult, guys, officially.
The tracks. The
So,
tracks.
oh my goodness.
Does this mean we're all orange cats in this?
No,
I
I'm
am
not.
a black cat.
I am
I
a
am a
calico,
black cat.
most
Okay.
definitely.
I don't even know what fucking cat I would be.
You're a tortoise shell.
Yeah,
He's not.
agreed.
You're our lover.
Yeah, actually, he would be a tortie.
You're our sweet lover boy.
Okay, but so torties also have tortitude. You've got two ends of the spectrum with torties. You've either got the sweetest, most loving cat on this planet, or you've got Hellspawn.
The one that hates
There is
everyone.
no in
I
between.
feel like I'm being called the Hufflepuff of our group.
You are.
Damn.
You are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn. I was like, I'm a Gryffindor. Damn.
I
I'm
am
a
the
rat.
darkness. I am the
No,
void.
no, Kel, you're a
That
Hufflepuff.
tracks.
Hmm.
That
Well,
tracks.
if we go off Pottermore, I'm actually
Tracks.
Ravenclaw. I just prefer Gryffindor.
So, but
No,
anyway,
you're
I'm
a
actually the Hufflepuff.
so speaking
Diamond,
of
you do give Big this energy.
so speaking of stories, last time we left off in our story, our brave and intrepid teens had managed to come to the hospital to visit their seriously injured friend, and in the course of their visit were attacked by a
To be
flock
fair,
of
we
birds.
told him to put the bird outside of the vehicle. We didn't say he had to put himself outside of the vehikel while doing it.
He just
The
thought
dice
it,
that you need to.
the dice
I
said
said,
it
wasn't my
needed to.
fault. Wasn't my fault. Corey was driving like 45 miles an hour.
So, Kel's character fell out of the back of the van, Warren, and ended up breaking his leg along with road rash and many other things that went wrong. And actually, if I remember correctly, was it Madness? Was it Songbird who treated him in the van?
Begrudgingly.
Begrudgingly.
Songbird.
Thankfully,
What had happened
with
was
Junie watching.
what happened was Songbird decided, upon seeing Warren, who used to be friends with her, and then decided to not be friends with her anymore, immediately decided, I know Robbie has a bunch of like just shit in here that I can use. I'm gonna make that's the most like retribution experience possible by playing Operation with the popular kid's body and teaching Junie basic first aid.
Junie doesn't know that there are painkillers in the van, so
Songbird knew.
There are, in fact, painkillers in the compartment.
Yeah.
Well,
They don't sit out. They're
originally,
hidden, but they are there.
originally it was Lynx and Sammy who tried patching up Warren, but then while they were inside the house, then Songbird was like, fine, and tried picking gravel out of my skin.
Maybe pushing it in first and then picking it out.
I
think-
went inside and got traumatized with Robbie.
I think it depends on how big a chunk of gravel it was. I think the small ones Songbird probably would have just pulled out. The bigger ones would have been the push and pull.
But they got the key thing to that is they did eventually get him to a hospital. And then after everyone got out of jail from the questioning, and which some of them it took them like 2 days. They basically all went to visit Warren in the hospital, at which time, like I said, the hospital was attacked by a giant flight of birds who ended up breaking the window to Warren's room, crashing in. They managed to get Warren's bed rolling and get him down the hallway some, but as they were leaving the room, a giant crow flew up and told them that the age of man is over.
Yes.
And that's where we left off.
I need a quick reminder. Was the door at this point shut? Because we were trying to keep the birds from getting into the hospital after Warren had gotten out of the room, and I was beating birds with a stool. Is the door closed?
We were waiting on Robbie to get through, and then Junie was gonna like pull it closed. Because Robbie was still in the room at the time.
Yeah, I'm trying, and I was okay.
Yeah, because you were still in the room swinging the chair to buy everyone time to get Warren out of the room.
Yep.
And most everyone else was kind of helping maneuver Warren's bed to get it the hell out of the room. And Junie was waiting by the door.
I am currently in a room with dozens of birds, smacking them out of the air with a rolling stool. I feel like so okay with this.
Mostly close, just to like one eye, like waiting for me to get closer to the door to like push it and pull.
So I'm assuming Robbie is fighting a retreating battle, trying to get to the door.
I am tactically retreating with a stool. Yes.
So Robbie, the first couple of swings, you're just swinging away, and you hit like one or two birds every now and then. I don't know what just happened.
Tactically retreating with a stool.
Yep. Yep. But as you're backing up and you swing away, at first there's just like, like 15, 20 birds in the room. But as you're backing up, the room gets more and more full of birds, to where now every time you swing, you're hitting like 5 or 6. And it's literally getting hard to swing the stool through the air because of the sheer number of birds. And they're starting to attack you. They're starting to just claw at you and peck at you as they fly by. Some of them are actually like landing on you and trying to do damage, but you end up just swatting them off with a hand because they're crows.
Yeah.
But Robbie, the last thing you see as you're backing up to the door is a huge, not huge, but a falcon lands on the windowsill. And it is looking in the window at you, and it turns its head sideways so only one of its eyes is looking directly at you. And it's just sitting there totally still as all the other birds fly around it, avoiding it as they're coming in the window. And it is just staring at you, Robbie.
Are the other birds still attacking me, or are they?
No, they're still attacking you. No, they're still attacking you.
Okay, I'm taking these pecks and scratches, which are starting to suck. I already know.
Mm-hmm.
But I am gonna kind of keep moving my way back to the door.
Mm-hmm.
The door is slightly open.
As he gets closer, the door
I can get. Can I
open so that he can get through, and hopefully, like, not too many birds get through.
I kind of put my foot in the door and I look at the falcon and I say, "Bring it, motherfucker," and wait to see how he responds.
More birds come rushing into the room. It's just getting harder and harder to see the falcon.
And I am prepared. Okay, I go ahead and I step through the door as quickly as I can.
Okay. Yeah,
I do have a very lithe frame. I'm like $175. I'm not a very big person for being 6'2", so I just slink through the door. I leave the stool in the room, and I slide through the door.
The falcon.
So the stool, the falcon. It wouldn't make it. There's too many birds in the room. You can barely see where the bed was.
Stopped.
Yeah. So you guys basically there is birds out in the hallway, but number one, the hallway's much bigger than the room was, and in the hallway, the birds are kind of flying around, and they seem to be much less focused. They're in the hallway. They seem to be trying to just get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? They're doing the thing that birds usually do. They're doing that random flying along the ceiling shit.
Yeah.
But they seem much less focused in the hallway. You hear like rapid tapping on the door, on the door to Warren's room. But they don't seem to be able to. There doesn't seem to be anyone coming through it, and you guys are pretty much safe in the hallway now because none of the birds out here are attacking you.
The doors open in, I assume, as most hospital doors, they open in towards the room, correct?
Yes, because even
Okay.
Junie said she pulled the door closed after she came out.
Yeah. So then we don't have to worry about them being able to push the door open. That's not a problem. There is probably glass on the door, though. Like a lot of older hospital rooms, there's that little glass
No, there's a
panel
glass
so you can
pane
see
to the
it.
left side of the door that goes the entire length of the door.
Is it that beautiful security glass that has the wire mesh through it?
Considering this is a county hospital, yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm not concerned about that then. They're not making it through all of that quickly. Okay. So we just keep the door closed. We're just gonna... I see the birds flying around. The crow is on... The big, raven is on his chest, right?
Mm-mm. It flew back into the crowd once it said its piece.
Oh, no.
Oh shit.
Okay. I am gonna rush towards Warren and let's get the fuck out of here and just start rolling him towards the nearest elevator.
So he was on the second floor. So yeah, you're gonna hit the elevator.
Yep, that's the goal.
All right. So you guys, hospital staff have come running in the hallway and they're like, "What is going on? Where are you taking him? What is going?" And you just go ahead.
Oh, I just want to know, am I here?
You're not.
Okay, making sure.
Yeah, you're not right now. But we're gonna get to that really fast.
Oh,
So
no, you're
I figured
fine.
you could do it.
I just needed to know that. My second question is, you said this is the county hospital. Is this the hospital my aunt works at?
Yep.
Okay, making sure.
Yep.
That's my question.
And your aunt is currently at work, by the way.
Oh, this is even funnier. Okay.
Yeah.
And you are Songbird is with who? Someone took her away. Because I want to say her aunt took her somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what probably
her
would
aunt
be.
had taken her shopping before she had to go into work.
Oh, so Songbird. Okay, got it.
So you guys are coming downstairs. You're getting in the elevator, just ignoring the staff. Not even saying anything to them.
No words.
And they don't do anything like try and grab the bed because all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but some of them are actually going up to the door to Warren's room, and you see one of them reach out,
Open the door,
and open the door, and then just a wall of birds come pouring out of the room. As you
Their
guys,
problem now as the elevator door.
I'm sorry, who's close to the elevator buttons and is don't hold? Who's the one doing that?
Was there a crutch walk? Was there anything? Could I have found a crutch walking down the hallway?
you find a wheelchair.
A wheelchair?
Yeah.
That'll work. I wanted a
Yeah,
crutch.
I'm
but a
pretty
wheelchair
sure
would be
Warren is
better.
still too doped up to use crutches.
That was not what I wanted. I wanted a weapon.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, you wanted a weapon? No, no. But you guys,
Are there chairs that we can pick up?
not in the elevator.
Well, not in the elevator, but I mean downstairs in a waiting
Oh
room.
no, because it's county, so all the chairs are those big long chairs that are bolted to the floor.
Yep.
Okay. Fair.
Yep.
Stadium benches.
Yep. Well, they're not benches. They have
Well-
they're it's a big metal bar bolted to the floor with plastic chairs bolted to the bar.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. When I say a stadium bench, it's when you go to a stadium and it's literally a bench, but it has
Yeah.
individual chairs in the
Yeah.
bench.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys, the door.
I do grab the wheelchair. I grab the wheelchair as we're running.
You got the wheelchair as you're running.
Yeah.
Okay, so it
As
would
we
it
get
would
downstairs.
be easier to move Warren around in a wheelchair for sure.
Yeah, as we are in the elevator, I am trying to maneuver him as gently as possible into the wheelchair. Will somebody help me with this fucking kid?
This fucking kid.
We all help.
Yeah, we'll help.
So you guys get Warren in the wheelchair. Warren, you are number one. Everything is fucking blurry, fuzzy, and in this weird condition of, I really don't understand what's going on here.
Yeah, because they probably ripped out my IV as they pulled the bed.
Yep. Oh, I left everything in that room. Your pain is going to come back shortly.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. So
Pain or death?
so you guys get him into the chair. And so, but now it's really hard to move around in the elevator because there's a bed in there with you.
Yeah.
Fine.
So-
We're going one floor.
Gotcha. So now we're gonna jump over as you guys are in the Songbird. Your aunt took you shopping before she had to go into work. What would be something that you would want to go shopping for at this point? Something that would cheer you up.
I imagine we probably went to a thrift store of some sort. In a town like this, I'm sure that I imagine the thrift store would probably be in the same area as like that mall strip that me and Junie met at.
It could be like in a building right next to it type thing.
Yeah, because I think the way you described this area is like everything's kind of in like the shopping area of town, and there's like suburbia and like business offices.
Yeah, suburbia is more located around the army base, and then this is like right on the lake because this is on Lake Mead, and so this is right on the lake, and then there's a shopping center. It's like a little mini entertainment district, and then there's like other buildings like nice restaurants and everything like that, and then hotels and everything down that area. But the shopping center is the only place that locals really go to regularly, except for like shopping centers and some stuff like that, and because everything else is really touristy centrified.
Yeah, I think if it's one of those things of like, oh, we have a little bit of time before she's gonna go off to work, and it's like, I want to let you do something that like you want to do because it's been a stressful like day for the both of us. I think it was probably we went to a thrift store. Songbird specifically was looking for shirts in Robbie's size that the two of them would probably like exchange and switch out, knowing that Robbie is also in a financially unstable demographic just like her. And having that thing of like, oh, I just had this, you can have it, I never wear this.
Yep.
Because Songbird is that kind of like companion, or it has the plan of like, next time I'm in Robbie's van, I'm just gonna leave this pile of clothes there. Robbie's not gonna realize that that's not like theirs, and it's just gonna like be like, all right, it's here, it's clean, and swap out after doing like mechanical repairs on something.
Yep.
He's gonna assume he just stole them and forgot.
Them and forgot.
So, because I feel like also, because we've established, like Coco and I have established at least that like Songbird and Robbie have hung out a lot together, and doing like very dumb teenage shit with the fact of like Robbie can fucking drive places, and so Songbird probably also knows like where the like supply stashes are in Robbie's van, and I'm gonna just canonize that the reason why Robbie's van is also a utility vehicle of like tech shit is that Songbird will go scope out at these thrift stores who's like donating like rotary phone cards, who's donating like old like TV things that maybe are slightly broken, thinking it's like, okay, I don't understand any of this, but Robbie will. And if she sees something that's more like interesting, it's like, oh, Robbie might like that. But if it's something that she can reasonably ask for, or ask, you know, hey, can I put this in your car and like you just bring it over to the house, or hey, I'm gonna pay for this and have the clerk like put like a name or like sold, because I know that a lot of thrift stores near me do that. If you have a very big ticket item, you need to get somebody with a big truck to come and pick it up. I'm sure that's been an occurrence a couple of times.
I'll canonize that. I'll back that. Yep.
So it's kind of like just doing very much the restock shopping in a thrift store, because these are also things that if they get damaged or if you wipe unmentionable grease substances on them, as tends to happen when you have an old truck van situation, that's probably also what she's looking for. But I think the last stop that she probably would have gone on with her aunt was just to whatever the equivalent of a drugstore would be.
Pharmacy. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Whatever the equivalent of like a pharmacy-based store, like a CVS or a Walgreens, how they're like retail, but still like you get your prescriptions filled here.
Yep.
And basically just restocking first aid supplies. And
the ones in Robbie's van, or just in general?
Just in general.
Got it.
I think it's also like Songbird lives alone, so it's having the cautiousness of an aunt who's also like very medically minded in easy first aid. Songbird is also like wants to go into a medical field eventually and reads medical textbooks for fun, because that's a thing. He's probably also looking for stuff like that. And then as for like with our 2 rocker characters, I think Songbird's also looking for any kind of like whatever the equivalent of an alternative press magazine would be. So like a music magazine, but not
Oh
like
no, there would definitely be music magazines, but I would. Are you looking for that? Like, oh, in the Walgreens. Got it. No.
yeah, like in the drugstore, like looking for any kind of like magazines that are not like super mainstream. Like I'm looking for like things that look more so like they're smaller, but they're still like published enough to be in a drugstore. They're like not centerfold. I'm looking for like bottom 2 shelves.
I would say this because you actually actively look for those. You you and a few other people have like actually put in the request and they started carrying some of them. So you're just basically
all local zines that were like made at a Kinko somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, like Kinko's. Like so, yeah, and that's kind of
It's like creative loafing in Atlanta.
Yeah.
No, seriously, there's like a small little like newspaper magazine-esque kind of thing in Atlanta called creative loafing.
I think they have a booth at Dragon Con, but so I think
So, yeah.
that's also what is something that just out of habit of like just somewhere ends up picking these up and shove and like gets some snacks, gets first aid supplies, magazines, and then like a couple of probably t-shirts from the thrift store. And then I think that's probably all because she's already been to the craft store.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Already been to the craft store.
So all in all, the longest period is shopping through the thrift store, and you guys spend like about an hour there. You finding whatever you look. You do find things you can that are on your list. You go to Walgreens, and pretty much the whole thing with Walgreens is you go through and you find the zines you're looking for, because there's like 3 copies of each one, and they're literally for the 3 people who've asked for them. And they just sit on the shelf, and they just sit on the shelves and wait until they come in and pick them up. So you pick up the magazines you normally have, and so you basically get everything done. You picking up these first aid supplies. Your aunt kind of raises an eyebrow when you pick up the first aid supplies, and he's like, "Is everything okay?"
What time of year is it? It's summer?
Yes.
Summer.
It's summer.
Okay. Let's see. How far out are we from the school year starting?
It is actually, it was early August.
Early August. Okay, so we're like going back to school very soon.
Mm-hmm. About 3 weeks.
I think probably the things that Songbird's picking up that her aunt's like raising an eyebrow at is probably like the fucking giant roll of gauze.
Yeah.
The giant roll of gauze, and then like the gauze pads.
Yep.
Like the bigger ones, and she's just gonna hold them up and go roller skating.
It says like, okay, but now I'm worried about the roller skating. All right,
Oh,
no. It's smart.
She will just start like rambling about how like you can definitely take these gauze pads and then you can stuff them in between the padding of new roller safety equipment to make sure that whenever you fall, the edges don't actually abrade your skin, and that she's basically resizing her skates themselves by putting gauze inside of the socks that she usually uses for them that are also padded, because it's basically the standard of how you break in Doc Martens, because people who do roller derby also do the same method with their gear. Gotcha. You always stuff up and customize it. So Songbird is basically explaining the process of doing that to her aunt.
Your aunt kind of looks at you like, that's way more complicated than I thought it was.
Would you rather me break my kneecap?
Absolutely, yes. No!
See? I mean...
I didn't say you were being irresponsible. I was just saying it's a lot more than I thought it was. Anyway, okay, I got to go into work, so we got to get moving. And so,
will you say hi to Warren for me?
I will. Actually, let's do this. I know that you have been going through a lot lately, and I know that your friends have been going through a lot lately, and I know that you love roller skating, but with everything that's been going on, I don't want you kind of like that vulnerable right now on the streets with all the craziness that's going on. So you're going to drop me off at work. I've got a 12-hour shift, and you're going to pick me up. Is that okay?
Thumper just pulls out one of the crochet needles. I have protection.
Yes, I know, but it's much easier to run away in a car because then even if someone tries to chase you, you hit them with the car.
Are you giving me permission to hit
No, only in self-defense.
Oh, so I can, okay, if I can define it as self-defense, I can hit someone with a car. But I don't want to hurt your car. I'm not going to hit somebody with a car. I might just like...
See, you're already thinking rationally and making it a last resort. That's why I love you so much. You know how to keep things in perspective, which I really worry about your friends. I think they're all crazy.
Robbie thinks your aunt is a stick in the mud. Corey loves your aunt.
I mean, I think
He's right here and mostly normal.
I think I don't know. I don't really worry about them. I think like, and it just pulls out like the magazine because I think Songbird got one of each. I think like Lynx and Junie will be able to get like inspiration from this and like maybe tailor the rocker aesthetic a little bit. And Songbir's just rambling as like we're doing this whole like doing the check of like moving the seat up a little bit because I'm sure her aunt's is a little bit taller or a little bit like built different than she is, and like getting ready to drive. And the entire drive to like her aunt's work, Songbird is like talking about how like the two rockers have tailored their images, and Songbird is like trying to help them like make like add details to their musical feud. Conflicting aesthetics.
So what you're saying is Songbird is giving her aunt the local rocker tea. It's like, so what's happening is they are having a feud between their bands, but in reality they're actually best friends and they've known each other for years, and I'm pretty sure Junie has a crush on Lynx.
I was going to say, and this is all marketing.
This is all marketing.
Yeah, Songbird probably knows that for sure.
And it's like this, because this is just kind of how Songbird like is with her aunt. Is it's very much like just it's not info jumping. It's topical conversations, but also I don't want you to worry about these people that I'm hanging out with. But is going to like weirdly ask. It's like if you end up like in Warren's room, can you just like make sure the saline's extra cold?
Do you want him to have cramps?
I hate Warren so much.
You want him to cramp? Okay. I don't know why you want me to be vindictive to someone who's in the hospital.
I mean, he was kind of.
I will.
Okay.
Timmy,
I tell you what. I'll put one bag of saline in the cooler.
Or you can give him the weird Jello.
Oh, the green one that no one likes?
With the stuff in it?
Yeah, with the weird chunks of old fruit in it. Like literally, I found out that they make that Jello. They make that Jello with the expired cans of fruit cocktail.
Yeah. So just give him like the weird Jello.
Okay, I'll give him the weird Jello. That's not as bad.
That's not as bad, and you might like. I don't know. You might get in trouble if you put a bag of saline in the cooler.
Oh no! Like, you would be surprised how many times nurses put the bag of saline in the cooler because the patients are being an asshole.
Wow. Yeah, so just give him the weird Jello.
I'll give him the weird Jello. Weird Jello is fine. I don't feel bad about giving the weird Jello. But, and as you're pulling up to the hospital, I want you to take care of yourself. I'm giving you the car, so if you want to go over to your other friends' houses and meet up with them or anything like that, you will have a way to get around that's not your roller skates. Okay?
Can I still roller skate in your driveway?
Yes, you may still roller skate in the driveway. You may still roller skate around, but just not tonight, because I'm just freaking out tonight, and you're going to be on your own, and I'm going to be stuck at work.
I mean, okay, but what do I do if Officer What's-His-Nuts like tries to pull me over in your car?
If Officer What's-His-Nuts pulls you over, you have a license. You know what I mean? So you can drive a car, and all you have to do is show him the title. It's got my name on it. The title's in the glove box. And he knows now that I'm your aunt because I had to go pick you up. So,
okay.
is that you're like literally sitting in the little drop off area in front of the hospital. She's like, is that are you going to be okay with that? I mean, I highly doubt he's going to pull you over unless you're speeding or something crazy, because he's not going to associate this car directly with you driving it.
Okay. I promise I won't change your radio stations.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, they're radio stations. I don't really, I change them out all the time anyway, but it's all right. She's like, she opens the door.
has a look of like pain hearing that she just manually changes radio stations.
Yep. So, like I said, your aunt's a very practical woman. Whatever she's in the mood for, she clicks buttons. But anyway, so she gets out of the car. She reaches in the back seat. She gets her sweater. She gets her, because it's always cold in hospitals. She gets her sweater. She gets her lunch pail and everything like that. And she's walking out. And she goes walking up to the door. And as the doors slide open, she turns around. She starts waving to you.
I think Songbird, as soon as she's walking up, like is rolling down the window, because I'm assuming it's a manual crank, rolling down the window, and then leaning out and saying, "Bye, honey. Have a good day at work."
She says, "I will," and she's waving back. Cut back to you guys. The elevator.
Right, I have a quick question.
Yes.
What do I need to roll to find the weird Jello?
First off, you can't be in an elevator. They do not, despite rumors, they do not leave the weird Jello in the elevator.
Okay, but we're out of the elevator and now on the first floor.
Look, I've been in plenty of elevators.
Is there a tray with weird Jello? We need to know.
Jello.
Roll me 2d6 and tell me what you get.
Bet. Okay. Bet. Both of the rockers want to find the weird Jello.
The Jello made with expired freaking.
The Jello is real.
I know.
2-5.
This Jello is now
Four
our
and a 3.
It's now our Chekhov's gun. It's gonna come up so much later.
We're gonna bring
It's
it
our
back
kielbasa
and
sausage.
A 4 and a 3, and what'd you get?
2 5s.
2 5s. Okay, that's okay. So the elevator door dings. The doors open up, and you're still in like a patient corridor here. These are not the ones open directly to the lobby. And so as you're looking down the corridor, you see one of the service trays, because they're serving food. One of the service trays, and one of the trays in it has like just a bunch of those cups of the green Jello. Apparently, everyone only gets the green. You grab the whole tray.
The whole tray.
Okay, so what do? Put it in Warren's lap?
Yes.
I just shove the bed to the opposite direction of where we're going and start rapidly rolling Warren towards the exit.
Hold on. With how woke up Warren probably is still. He's still getting that. It's almost like the same reaction when Dean did that whole like John's fan went pudding. Like that's kind of like that kind of reaction. Like,
So this is what's going on right now. You guys are running down the hallway. Warren in the wheelchair, headed down. There's a set of double wooden doors at the end of the hallway that opens up into the lobby. You're running towards that. Diamond, Songbird is doing the whole waving bye kisses, and your aunt's going, "Yes, dear, I love you," and blowing kisses backwards. She's walking backwards into the lobby of the hospital. Right as the doors are closing on her, you see the wooden doors that come out into the lobby from one of the other wings burst open. You see Robbie with Warren in a wheelchair. His lap is filled with Jello molds, running through the lobby, running by your aunt, followed by
What's your aunt's name?
Followed by the 2 rockers, and they're all running for the door. Right as
What's your aunt's name?
What's your aunt's name?
My aunt's name is Janie.
Hi, Janie.
And she does this number. Warren, Robbie and Warren go by on the right.
Link stops for a second before we run out and goes, "You probably don't want to go upstairs. There's birds. You don't. Be careful."
Robbie goes by on one side with Warren, and she goes like, "Hi, Robbie," and then she's on the other side. Juniper goes running by, and Lynx slides to a stop and starts babbling at her. And she's like, "What? Slow down, calm down. Where is he going? He's not going to be. He can't leave the hospital yet. You go get them. Stop them." What's going on, Robbie? What are you doing
Lynx
with Warren?
Already ran off at this point. She's saying this to Lynx's back.
I'm sorry, I had Reese's in my mouth. I thought I had a second.
Songbird's still watching this from the car that is still parked. Because I think once Songbird saw the people, just put it in park real quick.
Something's going on.
So Warren,
Like
I mean,
this,
sorry,
this
Robbie,
is not a good situation.
you actually see Songbird because as doors are, as you're running up to the doors open up, you see the car sitting there, and Songbird had already left the window down as she was yelling it around. So Songbird's looking at the window right at you as you're coming out the entrance, and basically you're running straight towards the car.
I stop. I look up.
You
Are we on the
see-
same side of the? Are we
No,
on the same side
no,
of the
but you
building
see a
birds came in?
giant swarm of blackbirds coming around one side of the building.
Blackbird
I'm gonna
singing in the
slowly-
dead
I'm gonna-
of night.
I'm gonna like put one hand on just like the like cloth chair part of the wheelchair and just back Warren in. I'm gonna stop you two. I'm gonna look out and kind of see if they see us.
In canon,
Do they see
Blackbird
me?
be the song on the radio.
Sure, that'd be perfect.
Right now.
That'd be absolutely perfect.
And I just kind of look out and I'm trying to see if the birds can tell where we are. I mean, I am putting the smallest sliver of myself out, looking through the window, like just trying to see.
They seem to be circling like they're looking for something, and they're circling
Okay.
over like the parking lot area, so they're not too
Okay.
far away, but they're still a decent distance away.
Okay.
Who has the pigeon?
No one.
No
Did
one.
you
No
kidnap
one.
a pigeon?
No, the pigeon came into the room first, and whenever everything went down, I just pushed the window. I think I threw the pigeon out the window. I believe that's what I did. We did not
That's-
take the pigeon with us.
Yeah.
We just left the pigeon. Yeah, we were like, fuck
The
that.
pigeon
can
came
stay.
to them looking for protection.
No, I thought
And
I had.
don't care.
I was actually the one holding the pigeon, right?
I
I
think
could
one of
have
you had
sworn
a pigeon.
Do you actively have
football
the
smuggled
pigeon?
this kind of thing.
Yeah,
Steal?
no, I think Lynx did still have the pigeon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Because
yeah,
by
Lynx
time,
has is football smuggling a pigeon, under like a jacket now.
A pigeon and weird jello. What can go wrong?
You just hear muffled sounds coming from inside your jacket, Lynx. And the one time the jacket like kind of pops open as you're running, you hear, "This place smells like human sweat. Get me out!"
Oh, it's all-
I will once we're past all of this.
So you,
So, what kind of vehicle does her aunt
yes,
drive?
I want to know what type of vehicle does your aunt drive?
What
Is it a
would a
station wagon?
practical woman drive?
Station wagon.
It's definitely a station
oh my
wagon.
God.
Station wagon or a van.
I was gonna say, can it be? Please be, and this is really dating me, but can it be an old Dodge Aries K car?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, those
I
are.
don't remember what that looks like.
And if it's
It
practical,
is-
I'm here for it.
They are blocky and ugly, and everything like that, and they were horrible.
I went from one character driving a literal hearse named Carmen to this.
We love it.
Let's see. The Chrysler K?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming like just Songbird is watching all of this go on and is just like slowly rolling up the window.
I don't know these people.
And it's not even I don't know these people. It's like I don't know
That
what's
guy.
going on.
That guy right there.
Oh God, we don't want to throw me in the trunk.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, no, we also have the Mercedes.
So
Yeah, but the
like-
Mercedes is in the parking lot somewhere.
Yeah,
Where
but
the
Julie's
birds are.
behind.
Okay.
Look, guys. The birds are clearly after us, and I think it's probably my fault for killing so many of them in the woods. Junie, do you trust me?
I mean, yes, as long because I will get in a lot of trouble if we hurt my mother's car.
I will do my best. You do all canonically know that Robbie is, though he drives quickly, drives very well. He only ever has engine problems. His vehicle itself is pristine from like dings or anything. He doesn't get into accidents. He's a good fucking driver. His car is just his car. It needs work. And you have seen him drive insanely and not hit a thing. That is part of who Robbie is. He's like me. I could drive like a madman, but I'm fine.
40 miles an hour down a dirt road that was.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
It
Robbie doesn't
had
hit
no
any-
problems except for Warren falling out the back. And that was on
I was
him.
saying-
Yeah, but that was
I
a
was
Warren issue, not a
I was
Robbie
gonna say,
issue.
Robbie may not get an accident. It doesn't hit anything, but definitely knows how to throw something.
But again,
Right.
that was a Warren
Oh,
problem.
I know.
That was a Warren problem.
I know. I still gotta make jokes on it though.
Again, Warren
That
could have
was-
just thrown this thing out a window. No, let's open
There's
up
only
the back
two.
door
There's
to the
only two
vehicle.
windows on Robbie's van that open.
No, there's no
They're in
window
That open.
That,
Yeah.
yeah, the back does not have opening windows.
Nope.
We could
So
make
see,
Yeah, but we could have thrown it out the front window. It didn't have to. You didn't have to open the.
I don't remember who was in the front seat, but it'd been funny if Warren
It
just like
was-
trying to throw the bird through the window and the bird coming back in the window and hitting the person in the face.
it was Lynx and Robbie were up front.
Links,
Yeah.
links.
Lynx in the passenger seat, Robbie driving.
All right. So you guys, what do you do? Are you piling
Junie?
into the K car?
Junie, okay, I think we need to split up. I think they're mad at me. Who's willing to go with me? You can't, Warren. Lynx, do you want to join me to get these birds away?
I can, but I suggest we leave the pigeon behind with them.
That's fair. Okay, so Junie, let's get Warren into with Diamond. Diamond, you're driving Warren and Junie somewhere.
Songbird.
Don't know
Songbird.
where. Don't care. Sorry. What did I say?
Diamond.
Diamond.
Diamond. Sorry. Sorry, Songbird.
Are you at the car now?
Huh?
Are you at Songbird?
Yeah, we're at
We're-
the car.
No,
Okay,
we're
I
at
was-
the door.
I
We're at
thought
the
you got
door.
back into the hospital. I was so confused.
No. They ran out the doors right past your aunt.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm at the doors, and this has all been quickly said, and I'm kind of shouting this at you, and I'm saying, Songbird, Warren, Junie, coming with you. Lynx, you're with me. Junie, the keys, please.
Okay, just don't crash it. We'll get in a lot of trouble, and none of
I
us can
promise.
afford to replace this.
I promise I will not crash this car. I take the keys.
And Disco,
I-
and my mother is a lawyer.
Everybody knows her mother is a lawyer.
I watch for the birds to I give the birds a second to not be to be the furthest away from us, and rush to the car to slide Warren into the back seat.
Okay,
Look, Lynx might not be able to personally pay for it, but Daddy can.
Warren,
Daddy can. Yeah, Daddy is currently paying some bills
Warren.
anyways. So.
you
I
are
was gonna say out of.
adrenaline has been kicking in because you've been being run around a hospital, and so you're more aware of your surroundings. Everything still has that fuzz to it, but
Yeah.
you know that you're still in a hospital gown. You're being loaded into a car, and you know that almost everyone is around you in some way, shape, or form, and they're all yelling.
I was like, am I still holding on to the Jello at this point?
Oh, and there's a tray of Jello in your lap.
You
And
definitely
you're
have the pillow
hungry.
still in your lap.
What was that last bit, Ray?
And you're hungry.
Yeah, I'm just looking around, just going okay, I don't know who's arguing with who. I'm just gonna grab a Jello cup, open it, and just start eating.
As he starts to eat the Jello with his fingers, that is when I rush him into
Hold on,
the car.
I'm assuming
open
there's
the door.
a thing of spoons on this tray.
No, there's not.
No,
Oh.
no spoon.
Oh no,
The,
not
the way I'm imagining it,
Squeeze
is
the
he
Jell-O cup
opens
in your
it
mouth.
and he just squeezes the bottom of it and starts slurping bits of it.
Exactly.
He just Jello shots an entire Jello cup.
As they get closer to it, we
Gotta
probably
get ready for college, being a rich
Chunks
kid.
and all.
What were you saying, Liz?
as they get close and he's about to be basically half shoved into the back seat, Junie just takes the tray so they don't lose all the Jello.
He's like, save the Jello. We may all die, but
hold on.
save the Jello.
As you take it, because again, it's still a little fuzzy, Warren's gonna reach and grab another one.
That's in his hand.
I
Lynx
like
is grabbing two of the Jello cups, one for Robbie, one for themselves.
I gingerly place the Jello cup dual wielding man into the car and slide him in. Warren, I know this is all
Jell-O
fucking
cup.
crazy. I know this is all crazy. It's gonna be okay. I promise, buddy. And I slammed the door, I just shoved the wheelchair out of the way. Lynx, are you ready? We're running for that fucking car.
Yep.
Meet in an hour and a half at somewhere.
Find somewhere to break line of sight with the birds. Meet us at Sam's house. Actually, no. Meet me at my house. That's
Your house. Okay.
gotta be it. Meet me at my house. And we're gonna sprint for the fucking car.
All right. And Songbird, are you just? What are you doing? This is chaos, and it's just happened again.
I think whenever Songbird realizes, like, oh, they're gonna get in the car now, she looks. Is my aunt still looking at us?
Yeah, no, your aunt's come outside, and she's still got her sweater in one hand, her lunch pail in the other, and she's looking at you like, "What the fuck did I just tell you?"
Yeah, I was the aunt just saw like the whole thing, like also warned.
I can't wait for her to get upstairs and see all of the birds and why we're running.
I just turn around and shout to her as I'm like running backwards. Fucking birds! And I point.
Also,
and right as you point up at those birds,
I feel
but
like
hang on a second. The doors to the you came in are still open. You see you hear a very faint ding. And birds come flooring out of the elevator car, and they fucking just come flying down the hallway as a unit. Your aunt turns around, and you just see from the profile you can just see what the fuck as the birds just come swarming by her.
This is worse than the time the entire football team jumped off of the homecoming float parade at the same time. It's fine. Songbird's just gonna unlock manually the doors because child locks are a thing. So all the locks pop up on the back doors at the same time because automatic locking systems, and just grabs like the bag that was probably stashed behind her aunt's like seat that has like mostly like the thrift store stuff and the Walgreens bags, and just shoves it into like the floor of the passenger seat. Because Songbird's assuming everyone's getting in, and whoever the fuck is up front is going to have to deal with that. But
I have shouted at you what we're doing, that we're running for the other car to split off. So you do know me and Blinks are going elsewhere.
Exchange.
And then once realizing that, like, oh, okay, we're splitting up.
So this is the way it's going to go. Juniper and Songbird, Samantha and Warren are going in Songbird's car.
Yeah.
And then Lynx and Robbie are going to run for Juniper's mom's car, which is not too far away, but is in the parking lot that's being swarmed by birds.
Yeah. So Songbird's just like unlocks the doors, shoves stuff into the passenger seat, and then upon seeing Warren double fisting gross Jello, feels a little bit vindicated. and then like deflates a little, realizing like, I'm gonna deal with Warren now. It's fine. He's hurt.
And then probably also realizes that Judy is carrying an entire tray of weird Jello.
Yeah, no, that's the part that's confusing. And then seeing people run off with more Jello, Songbird thinks that Jello is disgusting. But like, and at this point, it's just kind of in the thought of takes the car out of park, like 10 and 2, and is just waiting on everybody to pile in. But upon seeing Robbie leaving, just partially rolls down the window and yells Robbie, and then throws a shirt at the back of his head.
Sweet. And I kind of like use it to dab the blood because I am definitely bleeding from the face from all the bird attacks. I am just using it to dab the blood off of me. Thank you so much.
And then it's just like waves, rolls the window up, and is ready to go somewhere, and is trying to think. Do I know if there's anywhere that usually wildlife avoids in this town? I think it's like if there's any like construction zones, because we live near a military base, which is like obvious, but that also has a lot of like surveillance on it. But is there any like ongoing construction area?
There's a new hotel going up.
Okay, Songbird is mentally trying to think of ways to get to a loud construction area, just because usually there's no birds and shit, but I'm fairly certain this troublemaker has probably tried to go skating through using the ramp equipment they use to transport shit. I totally didn't do that in my teenage years. No, what are you talking about?
Also, since it's just at the pouring cement stage, there's those huge open areas of flat cement.
Yeah. But also is trying to think of ways to like avoid known places where the local law enforcement like to take their lunch breaks while they're supposed to be doing traffic stuff.
Gotcha.
So basically just thinking of like, how can I lose the birds without gaining the attention of the cops is kind of what's going on. And that's what's happening in the interim of everyone getting into the car and the other two burst like running away.
Gotcha. All right.
I
So
did shout, meet at my place as
You
we
know what time.
Yep.
So you guys are going to split up, and this actually is the only time we do take a break, and we actually still have been on this call for this entire time, even though we had the technical issues. So since we're doing a splitting of the party, let's go ahead and take a 10-minute break, so we can get more drinks and everything like that, and and do anything else we need to do. We will be back in 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, and we will see you in 10. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry we took a little bit of extra time, but I thought we had coffee and we were out, so I had to make my wife tea. So, hi. We are back.
How dare you be out of coffee?
Huh?
Oh my God.
How dare you be out of coffee? How dare
We
you?
weren't out of coffee. The coffee pot was just empty because we drank it all.
Yeah.
Whoever finished
Again,
coffee,
how dare
probably
you.
me, did not make another pot. That's the bad part.
How dare you?
Cardinal sin.
Rude.
I know. So, birds. So
Some birds. Birds.
Okay,
Birds.
so a pigeon that was kidnapped
That Lynx has.
that Lynx has.
No, the pigeon is now in the car with you guys.
That was bird napped.
did you
Okay,
catch
so the pigeon was bird nap, but the pigeon is with Robbie.
No,
No,
the
no,
pigeon's not with
no.
us. So I'm
The
going to say
pigeon
the
is now
same
with
as
you
all the
guys. I
pigeons.
was smuggling it under my arm with a jacket covering it so the other birds don't see it, like it was a fucking like football, like right under the arm.
The pigeon is
one-
refugee.
The pigeon is a refugee. The pigeon also
Yes.
talked. But the one that delivered the message was a raven.
Mm-hmm.
But Robbie was being swarmed by crows.
Mhm.
But there was a falcon. Is the thing that tunneled out of the elevator mainly crows?
Mainly crows.
Okay, I just needed that for like bird.
Identification for the most part.
Bird knowledge.
Yeah.
Bird knowledge.
Which ones are the bad birds? I don't.
The bird is
Yes.
the word.
So you don't know.
Currently, the answer to your question is yes.
Oh no! Just for
Yes,
my notes,
at the
I
moment
need to
we
know
don't
which
know. The only thing we do know
Ask
is
the
that the
pigeon.
pigeon seems to be okay.
one. Okay.
The
so
pigeons seem fine. The crows seem like your big, bad, terrible motherfuckers. Your more like raptors seem to be your more terrifying like attack creatures. Like they're the ones there to fuck you up. And seagulls seem to be menaces and possibly deadly, but we haven't encountered enough seagulls to have a good.
You mean like in real
bingo.
life, right?
Yes.
Okay, Ray, who are we starting with?
Good. Because
We
I
will start
fucking
with-
hate seagulls with a burning
Everyone
passion.
hates seagulls. First off, I want to do one thing real quick. Robbie,
Yeah.
make me a mind and a investigate roll.
So investigate. That is. God, I love my stats. My investigate is a 7.
Jesus. Oh yeah, because you're the conspiracy theorist.
Because, well, I also upped my body to 5. So my body is 5. My investigate is a 2. Yeah.
All right.
My
or,
body
sorry.
is 4.
My mind is a 4. Sorry. My mind is a 4, and that's a 3 now. Yeah, that was why. I have. Those experience points you gave me, I put into just the right places for my character. As I should.
So you're go ahead, yeah, make you the roll.
2 successes.
And for folks on the stream who are interested on the system that we're using, what's the name of the system again? I can
Year
never
zero
remember.
engine.
Year zero.
Year
It's year
engine.
zero engine. You have statistics. You have 4 statistics: body, tech, heart, and mind. And you get to assign traits to those based on the age of the character. And then you also have skills, which you have a pool of points to assign to your skills when you make your character. Those can rank from 1 to 5, and on both of them. But when you do the roll, you take the number in your trait and the number in your skill. You roll that many d6s, and you're looking for 6s. Only 6s succeed. 1s do nothing. 6s succeed. So how many did you get? 2? All right. So, and usually 1 success is more than enough to complete it. So anything beyond 1 success is considered to be a very good success. When you were looking at the bird, the falcon, quote unquote, that was in the window, you just as you're coming out of the hospital, because it was said before, you realize that that's an osprey.
Okay, I figured. I thought that might have been it.
And that he was. They said that the osprey was the thing that was giving the orders.
Yeah.
Yeah, and isn't that the one that attacked the guy we saved?
Apparently, because it was the thing with the biggest claws, and his throat had been very heavily clawed.
Yep, that's about right.
Did he die?
He's still. You don't know. He's still in the hospital.
He's
no one's
alive
really
as
checked
far
him.
as we're aware.
As far as you're aware, he's alive.
Yeah, he was alive in the hospital. Who knows after the birds came?
Now that I've established that, let's go back. Let's start out with a songbird. Are you calmly putting the car into drive and pulling out at a reasonable speed?
I'm gonna make the executive narrative choice that Samantha's now in charge of the pigeon.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Samantha's the only one with free hands.
Beautiful.
We're gonna give
Yes.
the basketball player the basketball-sized object.
Yes.
I think Songbird is just kind of like does the mom thing of like I'm assuming Junie's up front.
Judy definitely slid into the front,
Okay.
and then like immediately turned and like offered her the tray of Jello.
And it's just like, why do you have the weird Jello?
Because it's good.
No, I got you magazines. I guess we can do it like our Robbie's.
No, I got you magazines.
Aww.
I got you magazines for you and Lens. Buckle up yourself, honey. This is gonna be interesting. And it's just gonna do the very like mom thing of like just reaching over Junie and like grabbing the seatbelt, tugging it twice as you have to do with older, and like basically showing her the tricks of the seatbelt buckles because Songbird's always in that passenger seat.
One point of
Does the very like also like parental thing of like putting an arm behind the seat, says hi to Samantha, questions the pigeon, and just looks at Warren.
As you look back, as the pigeon, Samantha's like holding the pigeon like this, and she's kind of sitting in the back seat. And as you look back at the pigeon's like, "Fucking drive!"
Please don't use that kind of language in my aunt's car. I think she will know. And then just looks at Warren and just says, "I'm a better driver than Robbie sometimes," and then just backs up.
Backs up.
I did want one point of clarification real quick. Is this a covered?
Yes.
Like this is covered? Cool. Okay, so we do have like a little bit of distance. So we could have been talking at the car then. I didn't have to be shouting. I was not picturing. I thought about it on break.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
funnier to be shouting
Also,
though.
question, did anyone buckle Warren in as y'all threw him in the back seat?
No, why would anyone
And
do
Sam
that?
definitely didn't.
Sam's holding the pigeon.
Sam's holding the pigeon.
Which I
I
figured with
think
that, Sam
Lynx would have made
Oh.
sure Warren was buckled in before.
As you slam the car in reverse, Sam kind of rocks forward, or because you're going backwards all of a sudden, and the bird goes, "Hey, you ever heard the term bird bone? Cut! Watch your shit."
Songbird's just like backing up and is going to just like calmly, like, just like starts turning the wheel, getting out of the space,
10
looking
and
around.
2.
I'm sure Songbird has driven through this parking lot many times
Yes.
and knows the easiest way to get in and out of it. And seeing the fuck storm of birds incoming, are they coming directly towards, or are they coming?
They've been
behind?
circling around the parking lot, and you can see that Lynx and Robbie are running across the parking lot, and you see the moment they come out from underneath cover, like a portion of the swarm just starts spiraling down towards them. And it's almost like a finger coming down out of the swarm.
Before we go, Lynx is going to make sure they get the keys from Junie.
Yes.
Oh, we did. That was already.
He handed
that
them
was
to
already-
Robbie.
Yeah.
Because remember, Junie said, "Don't wreck it,"
Yeah.
with all the implied threats therein.
Yeah.
So,
I think.
But
Oh, I was just gonna say that I think Songbird is going to like very calmly just start saying it's like, we're gonna go towards the new hotel construction. Birds don't like loud noises. I'm gonna ask the pigeon. I don't want to talk to you, but I think I have to. You don't like your friends don't like loud noises, right? And is literally driving towards and heading towards the method that they think is going to lead towards the construction area.
the pigeon's like, "No, we don't like loud noises. We don't like loud noises. We don't like having to go outside in the rain. We don't like a lot of things. I don't like Barry Manilow in particular. But why are we going to the construction site?"
You're confused. You're not friends. I don't know. Are they your friends? Are you guys having problems? And it's just gonna just keep driving.
He's like,
You're giving this pigeon a therapy session.
Yes.
"You want a complete breakdown of our social structure?"
I mean, if you want to share we'll listen to you. I think you have a lot that you don't feel heard and you might want to say. I think you just have a lot of anger that you haven't. I read it in a textbook once that if you just talk about it, it might kind of help you be more amicable to new groups of people. I mean, I do with Robbie a lot, and Robbie's become a lot more friendly since we've become friends. So, and this is all while like looking both ways before driving someplace, like very cautious driver while in the area of the hospital, like waving towards other people who are also driving, because probably recognizes some of the nurses and doctors coming on and off shift, waves towards the people in the smoking area, very friendly and very calm energy versus whatever the fuck these others were going.
As Songbird is doing all that, Junie just opens one of the jellos and offers it to the pigeon.
Oh no! That's perfect. Actually, I was gonna say, so like, what kind of like, let's just head up a little bit after getting thrown into the car. These, like, here's
so the pigeon. The pigeon is like looks like it's staring through the back of Songbird's head, and the pigeon is glaring. It's somehow it now has eyebrows, and it's glaring at Songbird. And then Junie holds out the cup, and the pigeon kind of goes, "Oh fuck, is that Jello?" So just like pecking at the Jello.
And Warren is witnessing all this. Like he thought he was like finally coming out the high of the whatever pain meds they gave him.
Nope.
He's like, "Oh no, this must be the crash part of the ride."
I'm crashing, guys. I'm crashing.
No, I mean like whereas like the crashing part is like the being high.
Oh no, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm fucking crashing.
Yeah.
And just thinking like he's still thinking that he's like on like don't know whatever pain meds they gave. Especially after Junie reaches back, just Philip.
And you see the pigeon just go meow.
Because it's after all, it is a fucking pigeon. So it's gonna basically be like, oh, fucking Jello, yeah. So the
There's
pigeon,
Jello just splashing
yes,
everywhere.
the pigeon is making an absolute mess. Because anyone who knows anything about pigeons is they're fucking slobs. When they eat, they get food all over themselves. They are not tidy in any way, shape, or form. They're horrible, horrible creatures that I hate worse than seagulls.
But they're abandoned pets, so they have trust issues.
Yep.
We domesticated them and abandoned them.
And now they're flying rats.
And Songbird knows this fact. And he's very sympathetic towards this pigeon. Can I make some kind of heart roll with this pigeon?
Yes, you may. You may make me a heart, and let me see what the other thing would be. Heart and comprehend. Oh, empathize.
Empathize.
Heart and empathize.
My doesn't want to load now.
Aww.
That I want to roll something. Hold on. Let's see if I can load my other one. Yeah, so Songbird's just Songbird is also trying to get us details from this pigeon about how this talking bird society works. Thinking maybe this might be helpful to us if this pigeon doesn't want to. This pigeon might fly while she's driving and wreck her aunt's car, and that is also the cautiousness behind it. I want this pigeon to just be like nice talk.
And someone just redeemed.
Yeah, let's say Jess gave you a lend a hand.
Yeah, so it's a +1.
I'm still loading my sheet, so you can move to someone until I get that loaded.
Sure, no problem.
I was gonna say.
What was you gonna say, Warren?
I was gonna say. So Songbird's trying to make the pigeon sing like a canary.
Yeah.
Correct.
So, yeah. So, Liz, the pigeon's is eating the Jello, and it looks up. It looks up at you, Jello all over his head, and it goes, "I always thought you were one of the good ones. I'm so sorry they're all gonna kill you."
But why are they gonna kill us?
Because you're an evil plague upon the world that has wrought ruin and destruction, and you need to be purged.
I mean, that might.
That's what
not
Osprey
be-
says.
I mean, the Osprey could be wrong. I mean, maybe not entirely, but we should be given a chance to fix our problems. We caused them. We should be able to fix them.
The Osprey's last brood of chicks, all its shells were too soft because of all the poisoning in the water, and they all died. It's really mad at you guys.
The Osprey.
I mean, that's fair. So what you're telling me is we kind of need to maybe take out the Osprey.
It's like, oh sure, I guess, but then the ravens are kind of like his little officers.
Oh.
And there's one who's really an asshole.
Was that the one who said that that the time of man is over?
Oh yeah, that's the high priest.
Okay.
Okay, you're wanting me to make an emphasize roll,
Empathy roll, yeah, empathize roll.
and the number of my skills is how many dice I roll.
Yes.
Yes.
And the trait, because you remember it was your
Mind.
heart
Heart.
and empathize, and so that you
Right,
add
how
those
many-
two noble numbers together, and that's a total number of d6s.
Got you. Okay. And I am.
Oh, what's your trait item? Your signature item?
It's my med kit.
Okay.
So that's not applicable here, I don't think.
Got it.
This bird needs medical attention. But I can't do that while I'm driving.
Right.
I could. It would be bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, here's another choice. I got 2 6s.
Oh, that's perfect. That's a good success. All right. So the bird is kind of like as you say all that, the bird looks at you and he says, or the bird responds back. He's like, "Look, I don't know exactly what to say, other than you guys are shitty." And we now understand that for some reason. And
Okay.
the pigeons couldn't care less because you guys throw out a ton of really good shit. And we can use all that to make nests and find places to be safe. He says, but some of the other birds, they don't live in the cities. And they don't like what you do to the rest of the world.
Okay.
So we're making sure that we have a lot of eggs,
Okay.
and we're going to explode our population because we've already found out that our babies are smart. So
Wouldn't it be easier to just try to find a isolated group of humans who can then ensure your babies would be well protected and cared for because we have access to resources you don't as birds?
true. And had they listened to some of the smarter birds, we might have actually been able to rein this in and maybe gone off to somewhere more isolated and learned how to become a real people. But instead, we have a religious fanatic and a psychopath who are leading us. And they decided that you all are going to die.
So you have the same problem that we humans have. Also, my name is Songbird. It's nice to meet you. Do you have a name you'd like to be called by?
I don't know.
Would you like to have us come up with one, or come up with one yourself?
I mean, we don't really address each other as named.
But we're talking to you, and it's weird to just call you the pigeon.
Yeah, we say hey you a lot. Language is weird. We didn't have
Well,
that.
doesn't that get confusing?
Yes, and maybe that's why
So
everyone's
wouldn't
so
choose like a
aggravated.
name?
Okay, fine. It'll make you feel better. You gave me Jello. Give me another cup of Jello, and you can name me.
Well, how about the name Jello?
I fucking love Jello.
See, you could be Jello.
I am.
Yeah.
I am now Jello.
This is Jello the pigeon.
The pigeon named Jello.
It's nice to meet you, Jello. We're going to go in a very loud area, so I think you should probably hide. There's a sweatshirt back there you can hide in and nestle in and eat your Jello, because we're going to go in a very loud area, and I don't want my new friend to be upset by that.
He's like, well, you know, I have the ability to rationalize things now, and I understand that the noise and everything is being created by humans who are destroying their environments. He's like,
Yes.
so only thing I'm going to be is mad.
Okay. Well, would you like me to put on music so it would cover the sound of humans destroying the environment?
I have much better hearing than you do. If you put on music loud enough to do that, it's going to hurt, just like the sound will anyway.
Would you like us to release you somewhere, or would you like to stay with us?
I'm staying with you until you get killed.
Oh. Okay. That's fine.
Mainly
Would you like
because
to be buried with us?
no, you're going to probably be eaten.
That's moderate.
Waste not,
I
want
do-
not.
I think once the adults find out that all this is going on, then they might want to like give us a proper funeral.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about what we're gonna do about all the people. The Osprey says it knows how to deal with you.
I don't know if killing us is a good idea. My dad works for that big military base, and I don't think it'll go well for you guys.
We've been sneaking into the military base for a while.
I mean, it's not sneaking if you can fly, because you can just get around all the stuff.
No, we found ducts on the surface that let air in, and we go down in the ducts, and the Osprey says that all we have to do is stop certain ducts from being able to open, and there's something in there that will get really, really hot, and then explode so much that it'll kill all of you.
Oh, that's...
Jello,
so it's going to be an all-at-once kind of thing.
Sorry, what did you say, Diamond?
Oh, Jello, you give a lot of very good informative information, and just looks at.
Oh yeah, well,
bragging.
I've been ostracized.
Oh, so that means you died with us.
No.
Jello ex machina.
Yeah, I was saying, Junie, are you looking into the back as you guys are talking to?
No, she's probably a little bit, but because she's like holding the Jello cup to the bird.
Jello.
So as you look back and Warren's hearing all this, there's just like a look of like dread on his face hearing all this. Like eaten by birds, them trying to blow us up.
He looks so sad and confused holding 2 empty Jello cups.
Do you want another Jello cup, Warren?
No, we're gonna die. What?
I mean, Jello makes everything better, right, Jello?
Is he still double fisting now empty Jello?
Yes, that's
cups?
what I said.
Right.
He's sitting back there looking all sad. 2 empty Jello
Them. He still just has the empty Jello cup that he just ate.
Yep.
This is Warren right now, minus the beard, honestly. Just
So, you guys are driving towards the lake right now because that's where the new hotel is going up. Robbie, you guys are running through the parking lot. You can hear the crows getting closer. As you get up to the car and you start putting the keys in, Link's, I'm assuming you're on the passenger side, Robbie's on the driver's side. So as Robbie's got his back, but you turn, when you run around and face the car for the passenger side door, you can see this giant finger of crows that is just coming right at you.
Lynx is going to calmly but somewhat panically, like you can hear the edge of panic. Like, Robbie, I don't want you to like fumble and
I
fuck
hear
it
them.
up.
I hear them.
But
I hear them.
you
I
might-
hear them. You know, tell
So,
me shit.
Robbie-
I know.
Robbie gets the door unlocked.
Mm-hmm. I reach over and unlock hers, not waiting for also not used to automatic locks. I just reach over and unlock hers.
Lynx is 100% already in the car.
So,
door is closed and is starting to grab the car phone and call their dad.
So as you get into the car, and since you went for her door lock first, you literally just dove headfirst in the car, reached across, and popped the door lock.
Yep.
So as you're pulling yourself back up and turning around, Lynx opens the door and jumps in, slams the door.
Yeah.
You turn up, you reach out to close your door, and right as you reach out, the swarm is just coming right at you. So you slam the door, and they start slamming into the window of the car, and it immediately just shatters into spider glass.
I ignore the shattered glass, crank the fucking engine, and I just throw it in drive, and
They are all across the windshield. You can hear this horrible scraping noise as their claws are raking across the hood of the car.
I turn on the fucking windshield wipers and start
Knocking
batting
birds
fucking
aside.
birds.
So
you good there, man?
you can't really see anything is what I'm trying to get at. They're all over the car. So what are you gonna do?
I am driving forward. I know that window's gone. I am driving forward. I know how we got in here. I know what the parking lot looks like. I've been here a couple of times.
You know that you're driving over one of the speed bump thingies.
Yep.
And up onto a curb.
And I am just continuing into the road.
Then there's a short sidewalk, and then you go out onto the entrance to the hospital.
Yep.
So
fucking care. I told her I would do my best. I promised I wouldn't damage the car. So
there
far,
there is a moment as you go up over the curb and the wheels kind of drop back down into the little gap between the parking bump and the curb, where the car seems to almost get hung up on top of that parking bump.
Yep,
but the car is front wheel drive, luckily enough, and the front end of the weight of the engine brings the car just down enough to where the wheels catch again, and you go bump 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 over the curb. The back wheels get pulled over. You're bouncing around for a couple of seconds as you're just like taking off. The tires catch on the asphalt. Now you can see, by the way, because you're moving now.
Yeah.
You take a right hand turn. You're heading out towards the hospital entrance. The first thing you'd see behind you in the rear window is like the huge swarm of birds is still coming after you. There is a number of birds that are still kind of moving around the hospital itself. Another large swarm. And as you're seeing that coming out of the swarm of birds is the osprey, and it comes flying up, and remember, this is a convertible. It slams into the rear window of the convertible, which is just actually just plastic, and its claws just chomp into the rear window of the car, and it's sitting there, it's flapping its wings, and you can just see it just tearing apart the plastic with its claws.
I get onto the main road
what's the
and get up
status
to
of my call to my dad?
Your call is ringing.
I'm calling his emergency line.
He only has one line.
I'm calling Dad's emergency line, like the do not call this unless the world is about to explode line.
Like the work phone?
Oh, it's his office phone? Okay. So he picks up after the third ring, and he's like, Junie, what's your last name?
Broadmeadow.
Mrs. Broadmeadow?
Dad, I need you to listen to me, and I need you to listen closely.
Why are you...
birds attacking.
Okay, no, go. What?
Birds are attacking the hospital. We had to split up. Robbie and I have birds chasing, and it's our understanding they are trying to do something to the base that you're on right now.
What the hell are you talking about? Did Robbie give you drugs?
No. Not this time.
I swear to God, I don't know how you kids get a hold of so much LSD. This is crazy.
Dad, listen to me.
I'm listening to you. I'm gonna get you therapy. We're gonna get you to a clinic. We're gonna get you.
Can I do a mind charm here? Can I do a mind charm here?
What are you gonna use for a mind charm? I need an understanding of how you're doing this. Mind. Okay. What is your nature? What you want to do?
Lynx is trying to get him to take them seriously right now.
Oh, got it.
That this is truly an emergency. That shit is actually going down.
Gotcha. Mind comprehend. No. Mind empathize.
Mind comprehend?
Empathize is better.
Or heart
Empathize.
charm. Yeah.
And Lissa, you got lend a hand from Jess.
Heart and charm would work too.
Okay. That's what I was trying to do.
Got it.
Heart and charm.
Heart and charm.
And a lend a hand.
And you have a lend a hand.
So that's...
You had +1 to one of the dice.
Alright, one sec. I need...
And
+1 to
Rogue
one of the
would
dice.
like
Okay.
hand as well.
Oh, kitty.
Alright.
Rogue is here for support.
This is one of my best stats.
It's a support
So,
kitty.
let's see.
She is a support kitty.
She's a kitty.
Alright, there are 3 6s in that.
Jesus.
So...
Nice. So that is an
Oh, wait.
outstanding
If
success.
if one of them is a +1, it gets a +1. That would mean there's
4 6s.
4 6s.
All right.
God damn.
Because
So
one of these is a 5.
all of a sudden, your dad goes from like being the whole, we're gonna get you help, we're gonna get you therapy. And he's like, and he stops all of a sudden. He's like, Lynx, are you serious?
Yes, Dad.
In the
You
background, you
told
just
me
hear
never
Robbie.
to call this phone
fuck.
unless shit is going down.
Robbie,
and
you actually
shit is hitting the fan.
You actually slow down to take a curb at the exact moment the swarm has been catching up to you, and right about as you slow down to take the curb, the swarm like slams into the cloth cover of the car, and you can just hear the wings beating against it. It's like a thunderous noise now because of all the birds.
The phone is picking this up too,
yes.
right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, and Lynx is. I think when it does that, Lynx like lets out a scream for a second too.
And some of the birds come into that back window.
The police station. I'm driving towards the police station. By the way,
and some of the birds have come in the back window because the crows are smaller than the osprey, so they can get through smaller holes.
I go ahead, and since this isn't going to hold up much longer anyway, and I do not plan on slowing down at any point here, because my whole goal has been to take a couple of curves, take a couple of curves through until I am on a straight shot to the police station where I can go as fast as I can, run red lights, don't give a fuck, to go directly to the police station. And as soon as I hit that road, I am dropping the convertible because I can at least outdrive these birds for a little bit.
So, Robbie, I'm going to need you to give me a tech and a move roll. No, wait, let me think a second. Is that right?
That move is body.
Yeah, move is body, but you can do cross. You can do cross things. But
okay.
I'm trying to see if there's anything in tech that would, because you're trying to drive the car.
Yeah, that would be a combination between the two.
Yeah,
it would be like. You want me to do move my tech skill?
Actually,
with
no. Give me
bonus.
Give me body and move because it's still reflexes and everything like that. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Robbie, you got a +1 from Jess.
Okay, cool. That is 2 successes. That +1 makes it 3.
Excellent. So you're hauling ass. You're moving along. One thing I'm going to do though, because of the nature of everything that's happening right now, and because there is a lot going on, I'm going to be giving Robbie and Lynx the scared condition.
Yeah, I think that would be appropriate.
Because
entirely makes sense.
Because when the car
see that, yes.
when the swarm overtakes the car, you literally have several seconds where you can't see anything because they cover all the windows. And you're not exactly driving at slow speed, so all of a sudden you're blind going like 60 miles an hour around a turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you want me to roll anything else for controlling this car? Because I am driving like a madman.
No, that was just your first roll for that.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
So your dad says...
Can I also give Robbie a lend a hand on top of what Jess gave?
But you...
I had 3 successes.
I've got enough points.
Yeah. I would say, Lynx,
okay,
your dad is on the phone, and he says, Lynx, I'm going to call the guard station. Make for the base if you can. If not, make for the police station.
Can I hear him?
Nope. Oh yeah,
no, okay.
you can't because of all the birds on the roof.
Okay, that's what I was. That was my debate.
Lynx goes, okay, we'll try to make for the base or the police station. And Lynx then starts like whacking at the fucking birds with the phone. And so all Dad hears on the other end is thunk, thunk.
And if anyone remembers the 1980s car phones, you kill a bird per hit. They are basically you're basically swinging a brick. Yeah. In fact, they're more attacking Robbie than you. So every time you actually miss a bird, you hit Robbie with that hard ass phone.
I give her. I'm trusting. I take my one hand off the wheel for a second. I'm trusting you with this, and I hand you my K-bar. Just start stabbing them.
All right, so you guys are hauling ass. We'll come back to you when you have to make another roll for the drive.
Okay.
Back over to Songbird and the Jello crew. So Songbird, you're driving down to the beach. I'm assuming that since the birds are chasing them, you're doing speed limits. You're stopping at stop signs, stoplights, everything like that.
Yes. Are there any notable did the other half of that swarm break off again to follow us? Is there looking around and just looking at general activity?
Yeah. I need both of you to make me a mind and investigate roll.
is
Warren can make a mind and investigate roll as well, but Warren needs more successes to do anything. Because Warren is still looking at the bottom of his Jello cup and is very sad.
Yeah. All right. You said with a mind and what?
A mind and investigate.
So that's going to be 4 dice. I'm the popular jock, not the popular nerd. Warren does not have brains. That's 2 successes.
On it.
Also 2.
3 successes.
Just had one up us.
I rolled 6 dice for that, so.
One thing you guys notice right away is the swarm's not chasing you. But on every street light, on every stop sign, everywhere, there are more birds out than you've really ever seen.
What kinds of birds are we seeing? Are we seeing pigeons? Are we seeing crows?
We're seeing mostly pigeons, but there are crows that seem to be moving between different groups of pigeons. And you see that there are seagulls that are they're mainly flying around, but the seagulls also come down and land, and they usually land with groups of crows.
Okay.
So the pigeon's like, they're looking for you. You see, he's like crouched down. He's still like he's not sitting on Santa's lap now, but he's like jumped down. He's like now on the floorboard in the back seat.
Jello, do you like pizza?
He's like, of course I like pizza. Who doesn't like pizza?
Well, if we live long enough, I might buy you a slice of pizza. You've been very cooperative, and I very much appreciate that in my friends.
Do you have to buy the slices of pizza that are in the trash? Because those are really good.
I mean, I can stick it in the trash if you'd like. I was going to just get you your own slice of pizza, and you can do with it what you may. That's usually how I reward Robbie for making it for being good, is I just give Robbie pizza.
Have you ever had fresh pizza?
He's like, I don't think so. I mean, how new? How fresh? What's fresh? How fresh is fresh?
Like
before the trash can.
Yeah.
Then no.
It's great. We can get you some if we live.
Yeah.
I'll say you just hear Warren go pizza, because again he's still
not for you.
He's almost back to normal, but he's still a little.
The more back to normal you get, the more your leg hurts. By the way. Because your leg is doing one thing it should never do when it's broken. Your leg is below your heart.
Yeah.
It's swelling up in that cast like a balloon right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So,
Warren can have a slice of pizza. Warren's going to need pizza for the painkillers that Warren's going to get later.
Oh, yeah, you left a hospital without any meds for Warren.
Nope.
It's fine.
Okay. Well...
So
I think that's all. Songbird's just driving at this point.
Yeah. So you basically you drive down to where the actual the hospital is near the lake, of course, because it's going to be nearby for tourists. But so you drive over to where that new construction is. There's tons of people working. There's trucks coming and going. Do you just park across the street outside front by it?
I think I will confer with the other two. Do you think we should park here for a little bit? Junie, you have a mobile phone, don't you? I think I left mine in my bag, and that's underneath Warren's leg, I think. And that's too much to have him open it. Junie, does Lynx have a phone? I feel like you guys have
There's one in my mom's car, but I was also wondering maybe we should just call my dad?
How about there's a phone in your mom's car?
Yeah, my mom's a lawyer. She's got a lot of fancy stuff.
I guess call your mom's car and we can see if they've made it to Robbie's yet, and then we can try to meet them up there. And then we can call your dad and see if your dad knows anything.
Yeah, because we should probably ask them about the birds.
Yeah, that might be helpful.
So
Okay,
Junie will pull out her phone and try to call the phone in her mom's car.
All right, so
which is actively not on the hook right now and is being used to beat birds.
Actually, it has the
It's being used as a weapon.
It has it doesn't have to be on the hook because it has the call and the end button on it. Car phones still have that. So the moment her dad finally gave up yelling at her and hung up the phone to go start calling people on his end, because he could still hear Junie yelling, not Junie, but Lynx yelling at get off him, and then hear the smacks and realize that Junie's that Lynx is probably beating something with the phone.
It's like, I should probably leave them to that.
So
and not actively interfere in that because it sounds dangerous.
Lynx, I want to understand your reaction. You're screaming. You're hitting birds with the phone. Birds are still. Anytime you have to slow down to do a corner, birds are still coming in the back window. By the way, Robbie, make me another roll. You have to go around another corner. So you're sitting there whacking the. So the phone rings. Would you just scream and drop it at that point?
I think they scream while they're hitting a bird with it.
Does anyone want to give me
answer the phone
give me a one?
and continue hitting with the weapon that Robbie gave them?
I got you, Robbie.
Okay.
I've got 4 successes and a 5.
I gave you a +1. I gave you a +1.
I get a +1. I have 5 successes.
In that case, you're not going to have to make any more rolls. Robbie is having the best day of driving in his entire life. He has discovered drifting.
I am going full Jason Statham in any opening sequence of Transporter right now.
Yep.
Just taking corners and perfect drifts.
Of course, he's discovered drifting in the Mercedes.
A Mercedes should not drift. I'm just going to say this. We should not be drifting in Mercedes.
Okay, but here's the thing.
I'm gonna feel sorry
Depending
for
on
Judy
what
having to
kind of
explain this to her
suspension, that's probably one of the perfect vehicles to do it in, though.
Oh yeah,
Because if you think about where Mercedes originally came from, they were fucking sports cars.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Even if this one's one of the quote unquote qualified car,
no, it's not.
convertibles?
No, this is
Then-
is her
then
mom's
no,
sporty convertible.
No, this is a fucking sports car.
Yep.
You are getting the best fucking drive you have ever had.
Oh, by the
It
way,
is purring like a goddamn kitten.
by the way, Robbie, you don't know how you're ever going to go back to driving the van after this.
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna say
This is great, but I love Bill.
what I'm saying is, I'm gonna love Junie explaining this to her mom.
Oh yeah, there's hubcaps flying and everything.
Well,
Fine,
given that
fine.
Junie's mom is Lynx's dad's lawyer, I'm pretty sure this conversation will go over well.
It'll go on the bill.
Yeah, no, it will go on the bill. Like, it's covered.
So
It's an act of science. They
Does-
have insurance for that.
so Liz, do you answer the phone? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, sorry, I'm just catching up with things.
Yeah,
on
go
them.
for it.
So, the fear effect, is the fear effect still on them?
Yeah, the fear effect stays.
Okay, so
They're
the fear
scared.
effect.
They're scared. They're scared. Yeah.
Okay, got you.
If you ever look at the sheet, you have conditions on there, and they're upset, scared, exhausted, injured, and broken. Okay.
Okay.
You
What
mark
does scared do to me?
it doesn't
That's
do.
fine.
Yeah, it doesn't do really anything. But
Okay.
like Warren has injured, and probably exhausted at this point because of the drugs. You have scared, and I'm pretty sure I'm maybe giving everyone upset by now. So
Yeah,
what
for sure.
happens is if anyone gets to 5 conditions, actually you'll get 4 conditions, and then if you get one more condition of any kind, you get broken. And broken means that you are so terrified, so fucked up, you cannot take any more actions, and you are basically an NPC that the party has to try and help.
Wait, if that's the case, then if you're saying we're upset, scared, and exhausted, then I'm broke. Then Warren's broken.
No, Warren's injured right now, and I'm giving you exhausted. And then
Okay.
you're not scared though because you're too high to know any better.
Okay.
I don't know
Thank
that
you,
you're
sir.
really upset either.
Yeah, you're not
I
upset
feel like
either.
You can't be upset yet.
Yeah, you may have a drugs screen from those two conditions for a little bit. Until everything really wears off, you are okay.
Okay. I have
Yeah.
a question.
Gotcha, no problem. So you guys
And yes, I'm answering the phone and I'm attacking the birds with the weapon that I was handed.
that's a K-bar knife. So are you going to make sure not to swing it near Robbie this time?
Yes, no, I'm actually like actively aiming towards the back of the chair. So I purposefully try to avoid Robbie.
Like,
So
lean
I'm
the seat back.
aiming where birds would potentially be.
So there is a back
Hi,
seat to
Esri.
this car, but it is so tiny it doesn't even fit a single human being. So you're kind of just like kind of leaning over the seat and slashing at the birds in the back seat as they come in the window.
Pretty much.
Stab that damn osprey. Get the fucking osprey.
Oh no, he's not there anymore. He just ripped open the window so the other birds could get in.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So Lynx is answering the phone. Get like knifing like this. Like, get the fuck off the floor! Yes! Honey, who is this?
What is happening?
We're being attacked by fucking birds!
How's the car?
You don't want to know. You do not want an answer right now.
Oh, I would like to say
told
that
my
when I
dad.
noticed
I told him we're.
when
Wait, what would you say?
when I notice, like, as I'm checking that review mirror for that osprey, I'm waiting for him to come at me. That's my biggest concern right now, is that he's going to come at me while I'm driving. When I see him fly away, since the roof is now fucked and I can probably scream through it, I go, "Where you going, bitch? Come back!" Robbie's manic right now. Robbie's having a day.
Oh yeah, I figured as much. The leather interior.
Lynx screams at Robbie, "Please do not agitate the birds more!
So
I'm having to talk on the phone, and I'm having to stab these birds, and you just don't make it worse on it!"
by the
This
way,
car handles the scream.
one thing you noticed when you went to answer the phone as you put it to your ear, that the phone is covered in bird blood and feathers.
I'm sure. I'm at this point, like, Lynx is just like, fuck it, it's part of the day, and just run with it. I'll deal with it later.
So
So we're gonna have to get rid of my
I
mom's
will
car.
internalize this trauma later.
So what are you, Juniper? What is your reaction hearing what's going on, and do you inform your car mates of what's happening?
She's just got this like look on her face hearing that the car is because she's heard Robbie shout "It's fucked" in the background. So she's just got this look on her face and she's like,
Okay, so we're gonna have to get rid of my mom's car somehow. That's gonna be a fun adventure too. But first, we have to deal with the birds that want to kill us using the military base.
Well, my dad said to make our way either to the military base or the police station. Get to whichever one's going to be safest for you, or whatever. If you know something that I don't know, maybe make your way a certain place versus the other, so that people are informed about something. But
I think I'm gonna try calling my dad and telling him about what the bird said about the ducks, and how if they block some of them, they'll just blow us all up. Because that's the
you
plan.
what now?
Yeah, the pigeon gave us a
Oh,
lot
great.
of information.
Yeah.
Also,
no,
we've
call
the
your
pigeon
dad,
is now
please.
named Jello.
Good to know. Nice to meet you, Jello.
Oh, our friends say it's nice to meet you, Jello.
It's like, oh, they're not dead yet?
No, that just my mom's car is really fucked up, so we're gonna have to figure that out later.
Oh, yeah. Tough luck, that's pretty Beth. I didn't know my parents. Anyway,
I'm sorry. We could maybe try to fix that if you want.
they're probably cultists, so nah.
Okay.
We could get a pizza for your parents and maybe see if we can bargain
Plus,
with that.
my
Or
parents
this is-
didn't really weren't involved in the experiment, so whoever they are, or I don't think they were involved in the experiment.
Were you born into the experiment?
Huh? Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah.
I am generation 3.
Oh, okay. So that means your parents were probably part of the experiment, just in generation 2.
Yeah, maybe, or they could have been brought in later on. Like I think it's on generation 27 right now.
Okay. Oh, you're very. How old are you, Jello?
2 years old.
Oh no.
You're in your terrible twos now. This makes more sense now.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Well-
yeah. Learning how to tell time is one of the first things we learn.
Yeah. I mean, I think you will have some kind of biological way of telling time.
Yeah,
That's why you look for the winter for some alien species.
yeah. We have a good internal clock, but we also learn scheduling.
Why do you learn scheduling?
So
Because
we can be
scheduling is important whenever you want to make a coup.
yeah. So we can be places at certain times to do certain things and see certain things.
Yeah.
What kinds of things and places?
Well, like we observed all the comings and goings in the military base, like when the guards changed shifts, when certain ducks are opened up on certain draft places. We've been doing this for months and months, and no one bothers to notice a pigeon or a crow.
No. Yeah. Okay. We'll see you guys later. I'm gonna have to go now. And she hangs up the phone and immediately calls her dad.
And by the way, pigeons can have as many as 3 clutches in a season. And if you actually keep the pigeon coops in the right temperature and everything like that, they can have clutches all year long.
Yep.
Mhm.
So a pigeon population can explode.
That would explain New York.
While
Oh, yeah.
Judy's on the phone, this does not have to be roleplay. This is just for flavor. Songbird's just going to ask Jello, do you know what love is? And then Judy's on the phone.
Jello's like, it's Jello.
Yes.
Jello
So
is
you-
love, Jello is life.
I love Jello.
There's another shirt design. You just have that phrase on the top and the bottom with pigeons or with a Jello
With
face in
fucking
the middle.
a pigeon with Jello over his head.
Exactly.
Empty Jello
Love.
cups to the side. The
What
Jello
is
cups
love?
with the periods.
Love is Jello.
All right, so where are you? Are you still staying by the construction site, or what are you doing now?
I think.
And to describe where you are, you're at the lake. Then you would drive back. You can drive back towards the base. Part of the town is located over the base, but it's like the underground portion of the base, not the above ground portion of the base. So you would have to drive through town to get to the gatehouses, the nearest gatehouse of the base, and that would mean driving by the police station.
Okay. I think Songbird is going to, before Junie gets on the phone, and this is whatever the conversation of like, do you know what love is going to take place. Songbird is going to look back and offer to take Jello from Samantha.
Oh, Samantha wasn't holding him anymore. Remember, he was down on the floorboard of the car hiding.
Okay. I think Songbird is going to then pick up one of the random cups of Jello and hold out a hand and just say, it's like, I would like to go on a walk with you very quickly. I think you need to be part of nature for a moment. I think we're far enough away to where the noise should not bother you as much. It might be a slight annoyance, but you also said that you rationalized it. Come on a trip with me and kind of just like, if you could scrap a pigeon.
You basically just reach down and grab them by their wings and ping their wings to their side and then lift them up.
Yeah, and then gently lifting up Jello and taking a Jello cup. And Songbird is going to scoot out of the car where all of the windows should be like rolled up and whatnot, and let Junie have this conversation with her dad while Songbird and Jello are going to discuss the meaning of love. Outside the car.
I love this.
All right. So, Junie, you're calling your dad.
Yes.
All right.
We are having 2 very different sessions right now.
Oh yeah.
Junie,
Do you know what love is? Baby, don't hurt me.
I know that's been going on in chat. So you guys are at Junie, you're calling your dad. Your dad, the phone answers right away. What are you calling? You're calling a cell phone, right?
Not sure where he is. She probably did call his cell phone, even though she knows he's probably on base, but she doesn't know if he would be like in his office right at this time.
Right. So your phone rings a couple of times. Your dad picks up and he's like, "Hey, Junie, what's up?"
Where are you right now on base?
He's like, "Well, I was headed down to the caf to get a snack. I'm kind of in the hallways."
Is there any windows around?
Junie, the base is underground.
Okay, well then I suggest not going to the cafeteria and going up and seeing if you see a lot of birds.
I was like, "Oh, what?" And right as you hear, he says, "What?" You hear, clang, 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 clang. He's like,
hey,
"Oh shit,
hey Dad,
Junie,
how much you want to bet that's a bird?
He's like, "No, that's an alarm."
Junie, that's the birds then. The birds are fucking with the ducks.
What do you mean they're fucking with the ducks?
The birds have been spying on the base.
What the fuck are you talking about, Junie?
It's really long and complicated, but
you hear the sounds of people running around it.
Birds have been spying on the base, and they know that they can shut down some of the ducks and kind of make things go kasplody. I will explain how I know this at a later
You can all
point.
but hear the but happening. He's like, "What exactly are you talking about? What birds? Is this anything to do with that guy?"
Yes.
Are you in a cult, Juniper?
I'm not in a cult, but someone's been, I'm going to say experimenting on birds. And I may know a bird that can talk. I swear to God, I'm not on drugs. I'm not even with Robbie.
So you're with Songbird.
No, actually, even better. I'm actually with Warren right now. If you're gonna say it, you say you're with the popular jock. No, everybody knows does not do drugs.
Except that he's hired and fuck right now. But
His leg is broken. That's different.
Okay.
He's on legal drugs.
He's like, your dad says, "So you're at the hospital."
He's been legally
No,
acquired.
we kind of kidnapped Warren from the hospital because the birds attacked.
What's Juniper's entire full name?
I actually hadn't thought about a middle name.
I'm for some reason I think Anne.
No, she's
I can see Marie.
I was gonna say
Nope.
Elaine.
nope. I've got it. It's Louise.
Nope.
Oh,
And the last name's Broadmeadow, right?
Ooh.
Juniper Louise Broadmeadow. Did you kidnap someone? What do we say about taking things that aren't ours?
Is it kidnapping if it's your friend and they're being attacked by birds?
Why are you obsessed with birds, Juniper?
That because someone fucked around with the birds and now we're all finding out.
So you hear
The birds
you hear
want to kill us.
you hear a different voice, and you hear someone come on and go, "Broadmeadow, we're gonna need you. There's something going on with the coolant system."
That's the birds.
He's like, "Well,
That's
Judy,
the birds.
Juniper, I gotta go." He's like,
Okay, just be safe, be careful.
"I'll have them check the ducks for birds. I don't understand what you're talking about."
Pigeons and crows and ravens.
oh my.
I don't know why it's those particular birds, but fine.
But it's those particular birds, trust me.
Okay.
Dad, for once, just trust me.
Okay, fine. I gotta go.
Okay.
He hangs up the phone. I can imagine the cutback scene to your dad.
Just staring at the phone like, I know she said she was from Robbie, but I think my kid's on
What does
drugs.
your dad do on base, by the way?
He's
He's a general, isn't he? Isn't he the one who's like
general.
the general of the base? Yeah. Like my father is technically a civilian contractor under this man.
Yep. So, what are you doing now, Juniper?
She probably just like taps on the window to get Songbird's attention, having fully had this conversation in front of Warren and Sam.
And it's just like, okay, I think we can go to the police station now. It's closer, I think.
Okay.
I don't think we want to be on base.
Okay.
The
Songbird's
birds
just
are
gonna,
attacking.
he's just
Cool.
gonna hand Jello and the Jello cup to Judy.
Okay.
I'm
Hold
sure
Hey,
Jello
we'll take
is
Jello.
head first in Jello cup.
Actually,
He's
Jello.
probably about to pass out from
I was
too
gonna
much
say,
sugar.
Jello is kind of
He's
like
looking
I don't feel so good. He's like,
Ginny will wrap him in the sweatshirt that Songbird mentioned, and then just like fully wrapped except for like the very top of his head, and just starts kind of like petting it.
he's like, no,
You might
no,
be cute.
no, no.
It's fine.
And just kind of like angles him so like rolls down the window on that side and angles him so
I'm about
it
to.
vomit will go out.
I'm about to add to my weird Google search history by googling "Can pigeons vomit?"
I was literally
I
about to
assume-
do the same thing, Ray.
Pigeons
I-
vomit.
Yeah, but I assume they can because just like how they would regurgitate food to feed babies.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Most birds do that.
The bird is aimed out. The bird's beak is aimed towards the now open window.
So you guys are headed to the police station. Robbie, you finally
Yep.
find an open stretch. It's basically the main drag that goes straight from the from the lake back into downtown. It literally goes straight through downtown. But there are lights when you get closer.
I'm not caring, and with that roll, apparently I'm doing perfect. I am I am brake tapping where I have to. I'm avoiding cars. I am going straight through. As soon as I am on that though, I am I am one hand on the wheel, pulling out my phone, calling the police station. I'm not calling 911. I am calling the police station.
Are you calling that detective? You
I am, as a matter of fact.
You can ask for him when the phone rings.
I'm not calling the detective. I'm calling the man who was on scene. That wasn't the detective. That was the local sheriff. I'm calling the sheriff that was on scene at the house.
All right. So the phone rings. Sheriff's office. How can I help you?
I need to speak to what the fuck was his name?
I don't
I think we called him Vince.
No, that was the
Who's-
detective. That was the detective.
The detective Benson.
Well, we'll just make up something now.
I need to speak to. I don't have a good name.
Walters.
Hello.
Walters. I need to speak to Sheriff Walters right now. This is Robbie Verdansky. I was in there yesterday. Let me speak to him right now.
Okay, calm down, son. Let me see if I can.
I
get
have
a hold-
birds chasing me, trying to fucking kill me in a car. I am speeding towards the police station right now. Let me talk to him. He will believe me more than any of the rest of you.
So he goes. He says, "Just give me a second." And you hear it hold music.
Mother fucking pigs. God damn it.
But after like 30 seconds, the sheriff comes on. Verdansky, what's going on? My deputy's sitting there telling me you're going crazy.
You remember those birds that we told you about?
Yes.
Look out front of your police station in about 45 seconds. I'm going about 80 miles an hour. Just with that roll, I'm pushing the limits here.
Oh, yeah.
I am going as fast as I physically can.
You're literally going the little rises in the road between the stop lines, stoplights and stuff like that. You're literally like not even really touching them. You're just going straight over.
Yeah,
your wheels are just doing the whoop whoop.
Yep. At about 45 seconds, I will be in front of your police station. Those birds
And
are after us.
you
There is
have-
a wall of them behind us right now.
You have well and truly you are going much faster than the birds can fly. Way faster.
But
than the birds can fly.
I can see them following me. Right? I am sure they are still actively trailing behind us. Right?
Yeah, they're back there. They can put it this way: you didn't do enough to lose them far enough to where birds who fly up in the sky will lose sight of you.
That's what I was hoping they would follow me. In about 45 seconds, I will be at the police station. Be out front with as many officers as you can get. There are going to be a wall of birds behind me. Fucking kill the birds. Just kill the
How
goddamn
am I
birds.
supposed to kill a bunch of birds? I don't exactly have bird shot here.
What kind of... I don't fucking care. It is literally a wall of birds. It is an ocean of birds. You could fire blindly and kill half a dozen of them. Just be out front with whatever you have. I don't care. You have about 10 seconds before I get there.
Yeah, you're literally coming up the street.
Lynx. Lynx just yells, "Just fucking help us, please! Isn't that your job?"
Robbie, did you kidnap a girl?
No, that's my friend Lynx. She was there too. God fucking damn it. Sheriff, and it's about this time that I literally just do a full 360 spin as I pull out in front of it. I do a full action hero spin until I am at the door, and I'm hoping he
What
is
the
there.
fuck was that noise?
Look out your front fucking door! I get out and I run
Verdance,
into the
I'm gonna
police
throw you in a
station.
cell, and you hear the phone click off, and the door bursts open. The sheriff is coming running down. There's a couple of deputies behind him who look really confused.
I just point down the street.
And he's like, he's not even looking yet. He's like, what the hell are you doing? Did you steal this car, Verdansky? This is too far.
No,
you
look
are
down
going
the
in the who's
I grab his.
we were
I
allowed
grab
to
him
use
by
it,
the
just please let us
face. I grab him by the face and I turn his head to look at the birds.
He's like, he grabs him
I
by
will
the
make
face.
a body roll for that if I need
Go
to.
right ahead.
Okay.
What's body plus force?
Force.
like-
Perfect.
Does
That's
Robbie
a
like
stick.
perfectly park when he does that spin?
Yes.
I did.
With
I
5
told-
successes, he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
And that Mercedes may handle well, but sure doesn't look good.
2 successes.
2 successes. So you basically turn his head, and as you grab his head and turn it, he's like, what the fuck? He's pulling back to because you're reaching out for his face, and then you turn his head. He's like, and he goes from saying, "What the fuck?" He goes, "What the fuck is that?"
Birds, you dumb motherfucker. Go grab a
like,
shotgun and kill
We
some
said
fucking
fucking
birds.
birds! Did you not believe us?
He grabs you by the shirt and he starts pushing you. He grabs Lynx. He reaches into the car, grabs Lynx, and starts dragging her out of the car. He's like, "You two get inside." He's like, "Donovan, McRae, get inside and get me all the guys in there who are in there and get as many shotguns as possible."
Link still has the knife. Am I okay to keep this in? It's right there. Like, I know it's not necessarily. And she's like going in, but like,
They don't even notice
she's
the
making sure
knife.
it's like, you guys are
I just-
okay if I have this right?
I cover your mouth, take the knife, wipe the blood off on at the back of my knee, and slide it back into my jacket as quickly as I can. I don't want that going away.
So you guys are shuttled inside. Sorry, Songbird. You are driving pell-mell. Well, no, actually, you're not driving pell-mell. You're driving very calmly. But as you're coming up and you get on Main Street and you're taking a right, the Mercedes goes. Vroom!
Robbie.
Oh, we're in so much trouble. We're gonna have to like hide it in the lake.
I think do I see the horde of birds?
Robbie is going so fast that he's left the boards literally miles behind. But if you look down, if you look down the street, yeah, you can see the horde of birds coming.
Is there a way that we can? Is there like a side street that leads to the police station?
You can take one of the cross streets.
Yeah, I think we're gonna take a cross street to the police station,
Alright.
as to not try to because we're not gonna outrun the birds. Those birds are gonna catch up. But Songbird's like, I think we might just go the back way and go around the police station. Well, and says that out loud. And it's like, okay, we're gonna go. But Junie, don't worry. If the birds are headed towards wherever Robbie's going, technically, if the car is attacked by birds, your mom might be able to argue with an insurance company about that and just get a better one. I think.
The
I'm
pigeon.
gonna be in so much trouble.
Your mom's really good at arguing.
Jello is sitting there, and he's sitting on the center because the K cars have a center bench. They don't have buckets.
Well, no, the K car, but no, Junie's still like holding it like head turned out the window in case of more vomit.
Yeah. He looks in the window and he's like, "Oh, so I learned about this." He says, this is called an act of God.
Oh,
They don't cover those."
I feel like it's actually a failed act of science and military. I feel like this is strictly on the military and the scientists.
I was gonna say you
I'm
got
just
to
saying.
find a way to sue the military base about their secret experiments.
I think they might pay us to not talk about it.
I feel like about the act of God comment. Songbird
There's
just
going to
looked
be
up-
a mysterious trip from FEMA here soon, and no one knows what.
What was the act of God?
Songbird is just going to continue driving to that cross section, taking a little bit longer way around.
Yeah, basically what it does is it comes to the entrance of the back where the motor pool is.
Yeah. And we're just gonna, once we get in the vicinity of where, like, over to the back side of the police station, Songbird will actually start speeding at this point to then turn quickly into the parking lot area, as close as we can get towards the police station entrance. Do I see the gathering of officers wildly, frantically trying to get weapons?
Actually, as you're coming around, you see that the police are pulling cruisers out of the motor pool and lining them up across the street as a barricade. And you see a bunch of them.
What I wanted.
You see a bunch of them are already like they're. You see them. They're messing with shotguns outside of the street. And so they're forming some kind of barricade in the street for some reason because these things fly. So I don't know what they're barricading, but they're going by procedure.
Gonna do a lot.
I don't know. I feel like we should have just headed towards the guard post if the police already have this handled. I mean,
Well, my whole concern is that they're trying to blow up the base,
that's also a good.
and there was an alarm going off, so I have a feeling it's starting.
Oh,
So you park the K car in one of the parking spaces by the door that's by the back motor pool area.
one of the guest parking spots,
Yeah.
basically. Very law abiding. This is still her aunt's car. Kind of hoping that if we go in through like the side entrance area, like I'm assuming with a police station, there's probably two different ways.
Are you leaving Warren in the car?
I think Songbird will look at Warren and be like, "Would you like to try to walk? Or I don't want to leave you here. I don't really trust you in my aunt's car by yourself."
Oh, maybe they have a rolly chair we could get.
You probably have or a wheelchair. I feel like they might also have like one wheelchair we might be able to borrow. I'll go and see. But Warren,
It's gonna be
you
dinky
decide
as
if you'd
shit.
like to come with us to stay here.
Warren, by this time, oh, you're still muted. But by this time, you are quite a bit more sober, and your leg is fucking hurting like mad. Because the adrenaline is causing a lot of the painkillers to wear off, and it's making you much more aware of what's going on.
Yeah. Oh no, I was gonna say it's like hell no, I'm not staying in this car. I'm not because I'm assuming I can see the birds.
You saw the birds, yes.
Well, I'm saying I can see the birds getting ready to like dive bomb the station.
Oh no, the birds are going to be here as a wall in just a few seconds.
Yeah. So I'm like, yeah, no, I am not staying in this fucking car.
Okay. I guess I will just help Samantha get Warren out of the car. Not really caring because we time is not on our side. Say, Junie, can you help our friend Jello into the station as well?
Yeah, I'll see if there's a wheelchair or a rolly chair that we can use for Warren too.
Actually, Samantha can help you with Warren too, so you can get one on each shoulder, and you can. Warren can just let his leg swing, and he can hop on one leg and get through the door. Because there is a wheelchair ramp on the outside of the building to get to the doorway. So, or
Junie
he can hop
Jello to the door and like opens it to like make it easier for them to get Warren in.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you open the door, Jello pukes.
Valid.
Poor Jello.
He literally ate 2 Jello cups worth of Jello, and he's just a pigeon.
Yeah.
Songbird
is going to help Samantha get Warren out of the car and grab her bag as we're going and just throw it on her other shoulder and say, it's like, I have over-the-counter painkillers you can use whenever we get inside. I just don't want to give them to you now because I didn't want you to puke in my aunt's car. And then helping him hobble inside.
As you get Warren, as you're getting Warren in the door, you're the last person because you're going sideways in the door to get Warren in, without banging anything and keeping support. So you're the last one, like, with any part of you outside the door. And as you look up, as you're getting in the door, you start hearing shotgun blasts from out front, and you see just a wall of birds, pigeons, crows, seagulls, all in this mass come flying up the street. You hear lots of shotgun shots, but you do not see any noticeable effect on the swarm.
Mm-hmm.
So but I'm assuming you're just going to continue going in the door.
Yeah, we're just gonna get inside. Songbird is going to dump Warren into the closest sitting surface, which would be a chair.
If you're going in through a side door, it's probably going to be a bench outside of one of the detectives' offices. Just knowing. Yeah.
Yeah. There'll be
A chair or
and there'll be a corridor that goes up to the pit. And so the pit is where all the detectives sit and the sergeants and everything like that. So there's a hallway that goes up to the pit, and then the pit is right off of the main lobby. So
I think we're gonna dump Warren onto the closest sitting surface. Songbird is going to collaborate with Samantha and ask, it's like, can you just help with something real quick, and have Samantha sit next to Warren, and then Songbird is going to manhandle, with Samantha's help, Warren's leg up above his heart.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You and Samantha
And
can
just
get his
have
leg
the
popped
strong
up.
person hold him there.
Yeah.
And
Actually,
so
Samantha would sit down because there's no real way to prop his foot up. Samantha would sit down on the bench and have you lift Warren's leg up onto her lap so she can hold his leg up high enough to hopefully, reduce that fucking pain down.
Yeah, hold on. And so you said you manhandle. You probably just hear Warren going like, God!
Yeah.
Like that part.
Actually, Robbie, Lynx, you and Lynx can hear as you're coming in, because almost all the police have run out into the street. So you there's you and two other people. You hear Warren yelling from the back of the police station.
Oh fuck. Okay. I start making my way back there, but as I make my way through like the bullpen, I am just casually leaning down and like pulling open bottom desk drawers to see if there is any kind of firearm in one of them, because statistically there's going to be an ankle gun in one of these drawers as I go through.
It's the 80s.
Roll me 2d6.
Okay. Oh, today too. Desk guns are still a thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
I
now.
got a 5 and a 6.
Perfect.
5 and a 6, yeah.
Yeah, it's like on the third drawer you open, there is like a completely holstered little 38 snub nose.
Little detective model, perfect. I am just gonna put that down the side of my pants and just gonna throw my shirt over it.
Robbie is now
And-
officially a felon.
Fucking don't fucking care. None of them know. There's likely no cameras in here that are worth a damn. I am not concerned about it.
Yeah, this
There
is
are
back in the day
likely
when the police
cameras
were still like, we don't like cameras.
Yeah, there's likely cameras in
Yep.
booking, and there's cameras in the cell near the cell block. That's it, and nowhere else.
Yep. So you're headed down the hallway. I'm assuming, Lynx, that you're following Robbie as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lynx, as you're walking, Juniper, as you guys are sitting in the hallway and you're kind of like watching them get Warren set up, your phone rings again.
She will adjust so that like Jello's like cradled in one arm and answers.
Jello's like, as you're moving Jello around, like, you can just put me on your shoulder. I have really good balance. I'm a bird.
But well, you've been throwing up, and I don't want to be thrown up on.
Oh, I already threw up just about everything that's in me. By the way, do you have any more Jello?
No, we left it in the car on our way out.
Oh, I'm not going out
we'll
there.
See we'll see if we can find anything in here for you to have.
And she'll put him on her shoulder. Yeah, what's up? Was that her dad? And did he hear that conversation?
Yes,
with the
that was your
bird?
dad. He's like, who are you? Juniper.
Yeah.
Juniper, I want you to go get in the car, and I want you to start driving as far away from here as you can get. Juniper,
right
listen to me and do this now.
I don't think we're all gonna fit in the car that we have.
He says, Mr. Vasquez next door. He has that Suburban. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get next door because I'm not home. I'm at the police station.
Oh God. All right, Juniper, listen to me. I want you to go to the sheriff, and I want you to tell him that I am authorizing you to requisition one of the Suburbans from the lot, and I want you to get in the Suburban, and I want you to take as many people as you can find and get the fuck away from here.
He's gonna look. Hey, Robbie, how many people can we fit in a Suburban?
At least 12 if we stack it right, and we don't need to talk to a cop about anything. Her dad's frantic on the phone, correct? Like,
Oh
I
yeah.
can probably
No.
hear him.
Her dad is like,
borderline shouting. I don't think we need to ask any of the cops. I don't know if any of them are still alive. I thought they could do more than what's happening out there. I'll just go find some keys, and I am just gonna start can I see out the front door right now?
Yeah, there's still police officers out there. They seem to have they're formed up a circle against some cars, and they're firing shotguns. But there was like about a dozen officers who went outside,
Mm-hmm.
and
There's probably 4.
There's like 4 or 5 left.
Okay.
One of
I
them is the
expect
sheriff.
that.
Yes,
Yeah.
Diamond.
I'm waiting until you're
Okay,
done
got
with
it. All right.
part of it. But before Rob
can we
leaves, I wanna do
can we
something.
take 2?
He's like, take as many as you have drivers for. He says, I just want you to make sure you take big vehicles. You understand, Juniper?
Sounds good. Roger. Got that. On it. As many as we got what 5 drivers? It's 5 sets of keys.
I think we only probably need 2 vehicles, Juniper, because there's not enough cops to be worried about at this point.
Yeah, but we should probably pick up more people on our way out because the base is big and under threat.
people up.
I'm just going to say this. Anyone with us risks being torn apart by birds. Realistically, I think I should be the
Anyone
one
not
leading
with us
here.
is gonna get blown up.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to do here.
The impossible dilemma has been presented once again. Okay, go ahead.
I think as soon as Songbird sees Robbie's fucked up.
Oh, I am cut to shit. Yeah, I am. My shirt
Yeah.
is probably pretty fucking destroyed.
So's Lynx is pretty fucked up too, because once she started attacking birds, the birds started attacking Lynx. So
I do have a quick question. Sorry, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
My question is, did they seem to be going after me for a reason? Or were they just attacking the person driving the car? Did there seem to be more of a motive there? Did they seem aimed at me from the get-go?
you can easily notice that they made sure to cover up the driver's side of the windows whenever they crashed into the car, and they went for the driver more than anyone else.
Yeah.
Okay, so
They're
it is
trying to
just-
make
it's
you crash the
instinctual
car.
Stop the vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they are going after us specifically. Okay.
Yes.
So Songbird's bag that I said get grabbed is gonna be like her normal everyday bag, which was in the passenger seat. So basically just grabbed the Walgreens bag, an everyday normal bag, and is going to while Junie is on the phone, hand Junie like a roll of gauze and like first aid antibiotic ointment, basically the restock for the first aid kit. Just hand those off to Junie and then just motion towards Lynx. And seeing Robbie, Songbird can tell that Robbie is agitated, correct?
I am definitely agitated. I'm on edge, but I'm also clearly trying to work out what to do next. So you've seen him in this way, like probably the first time y'all met when Robbie was having to fight people. You saw him afterwards calculating, very on edge and agitated, but clearly in a headspace of I'm working out what to do next and trying to think through this.
Okay.
You know him well enough to know that trying to stop him right now probably wouldn't work. I'm not gonna stop long enough for you to bandage me. That's not gonna happen.
My second question is going to be, because this is kind of my first. My second one is with the conditions in this system. Is there a way to remove a condition, or is there a role I can make to remove a condition to somebody
That's a
else?
good question. I do not know.
There are ways to remove conditions. They are time and connecting to your anchor are the only things I know that do it.
So you
Okay.
can literally call your
Yeah.
aunt.
So I would like to make an argument. Can I use empathize, because it's a mind skill? Can I use empathize to try to counter the the scared condition on Robbie? Of saying, I understand what you're going through, but also I want to make it so that Robbie can make a calculate roll.
I can
of
set this up to where what you do is you can make the mind plus empathize roll with Robbie, and
Okay.
and you can actually suspend the condition for the rest of the scene at the police station.
Okay. So I basically want to do the empathize roll for Robbie to try to see if this works. And And then through doing this, I would like to see if Robbie will make a comprehend roll to try to see if maybe there's a way that together the two of us can try to find a way to get as many vehicles moving as possible in a quicker solution than just frantically trying to get things done.
So you're basically
Because I
trying to
also
buy Robbie time to get rational.
Yeah, because we also drove past the car lot, so we would have seen about what kinds of choices we have vehicle-wise that are in there.
Yeah.
Robbie knows how many vehicles there, how many of each type of police
Yeah.
vehicle there is in the city.
They use the SUVs as their off-road vehicles, so they have four.
Mhm.
They have 4 Suburbans, and then they have like a dozen patrol cars, and then they have like 2 medical emergency vehicles that the cops have to themselves.
I got 3 6s with that one.
3 6s.
3 6s for
That is
empathy.
more than enough.
Okay. So I can temporarily suspend the scared condition.
For the rest of
Fine.
the scene.
And the way that Songbird does this is upon seeing Robbie being fucking frantic, Songbird just like walks directly up to Robbie while Robbie is mid doing whatever, like pacing, and just
I am still actively looking at drawers, looking for anything to use.
Oh, I thought you walked towards us where we had Warren set up.
Oh, I walked towards, saw what y'all were doing, and turned back around when hearing them talk about vehicles. I started to look for keys. That was my thing that I went to do immediately.
Okay,
Yeah.
Whenever Robbie would have turned around, Songbird would have also gone to catch up with Robbie. And then between Robbie looking from desk to desk, just like put both hands on shoulders and tugged Robbie into a hug.
Robbie,
And
God
did
damn
one
it,
of those
Robbie
hugs.
tries.
And did one of those hugs where it's like you have it across the entire lower back and like the back of the head, and it's just like basically scratching Robbie's head, and hugs very, very tight, like a compression, and just says, "It's okay. I'm going to help you. I'm here for you. We're going to be okay." And then just pulls back, pats Robbie on both cheeks, and kind of is looking over and gauging how many basically butterfly bandages, how much like, ointment and whatnot, and is going to start basically medically seeing what the situation is and go into like what Songbird assumes is going to be field medic mode, and going back to her bag and just walking away directly after that and starts grabbing things and
Does
following
this police
Robbie
station
around.
have an AED?
Huh?
The shockers, the AEDs. I know.
I don't have any.
I think
That
that there probably would be something similar to it. It'd be much more archaic than the modern ones we have now, where there's a stick-on
Well,
pads.
yeah, like obviously it's a lot bulkier than what it is now.
yeah.
Because the
But they
police
definitely
station
had one.
assume they have something like that.
Are you gonna shock someone with that?
You shock a bird?
Oh, so we have it just in case.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can grab it. It's on a stand. Oh, by the way, one thing I was gonna say you can use to calm him or at least direct him a little bit on that Songbird is that as you came in the back door, to the right there's another door that has like the metal bars on it, but it's still a glass door. And directly beside that door, it's a door that goes out into the fenced-in motor pool area. There's just a plastic box hanging on the side of the wall that says motor pool on it, and it's open right now. And there's just keys.
Yes. So I think once, like, looking over Robbie's face, and then she sees Robbie trying to go back to, like, looking at Dust, Songbird just going to take Robbie's hand and say, it's like, I know where to keep the keys. I saw it whenever we came in. But you're going to let me patch you up a little bit, or else I'm going to be really mad at you. And I don't think you want me to be really mad at you, because you've never seen me mad. And I'm really scary when I'm mad, if you didn't know. And is just going to keep mumbling while pulling Robbie very forcefully to the same area that we've been before.
Okay, so just to paint what this looks like exactly, when you've hugged me, because you've done this to me once or twice before, I'm sure, because you've seen Robbie in this place, you know that is an immediate drop. Like everything falls for a second, and so there's a little shake, and then I just fell into one of the chairs, looked over, grabbed one of the detective's packs of cigarettes, threw one in my mouth, and lit it, and put out my hand, and you pull me in the rolling chair towards the rest of them while I just let it go. I just let it happen. I just let it happen. That's it. Yeah. But no, it was an immediate fall, and I did steal his cigarettes. That's
So this is happening in the bullpen, I assume, because that's where Robbie was kind of running around.
yeah. That's I was kind of in the middle of the bullpen. Yeah.
So the rest of you are kind of actually, Lynx, what are you doing?
Lynx is looking for like supplies that we might need just in case like we come across a few extra people that we need to like take care of.
Gotcha.
Because Lynx is of the opinion we should have at least 2 vehicles, if not maximize our potential for spreading out how many birds. So like 2 people per vehicle, so like 3 cars.
Yep. Juniper, what are you doing?
I think Judy's still on the phone, and so she's kind of, since Songbird had handed her the gauze and stuff, she's kind of like propping the phone best as she can here, and like trying to gesture to Lynx, like, come here so I can at least like dab off the blood.
As soon as you said, okay, we're going to do that, Dad, your dad would have said, I've got to go. We still might be able to fix this.
Does she, though, with knowing what she knows from Jello and having heard the alarm, does she know there's a chance they can't fix it?
You can't make that call because you don't know exactly how bad the situation is on your dad's end. And your dad doesn't really know exactly as well. He's having his experts advise him. Your dad is a technical, he's military, he's a general. But he is a general who specifically is here to running this project, because your dad also is like, he got his master's in college, in advanced robotics.
He was a military scientist.
Yeah, he's a military scientist. Right? So yeah, that's why he's in charge of this actual base. But whatever's happening, whatever the animals have affected, you've probably given him a quick heads up of something that they can look at to try and get this situation resolved quickly, but you don't know what type of fail-safes they have to correct this. So
okay. So my dad definitely doesn't have a phone. But he does my dad does work on the base. Mm-hmm. As a mechanic, he's in
the motor pool. Yeah,
he's the motor pool. Would I know the phone number for where they're at?
I will let you make that call. You're talking about for the motor pool's offices, right?
I'm talking about for where he would be working, the garage in which he'd be working on these working on vehicles, which does dabble in some light robotic shit, and he's a general maintenance guy too. Yeah. But let me see. I'm gonna go with
my whole point of that statement is, would Robbie actually be that concerned with having memorized his dad's work phone number?
Yes.
Okay.
Regardless of how Robbie's relationship with his father, much like mine,
gotcha,
complicated.
If that's the case, then yeah, you know what number to call him at.
Well, I just went to roll for it, and I rolled a 6 to see if I would have it memorized, and I do apparently. Right. As Songbird is like sitting there dabbing me, doing trying to get my face doctored up, I call Dad. I call that section.
Well, yeah, the someone who plays on the motor pool.
Hey, it's Robbie Verdansky. I need to speak to what is my dad's name? God damn, I haven't looked at any of this information in so long.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith.
His name is my
Can I speak to Frank?
Too.
Can I speak to Frank, please?
Hang on a second. You hear the phone just get put down somewhere. The clack. It's Frank, phone. And after a couple of seconds, you hear someone walking off. He's like, "Who the hell's calling me here?" And he picks the phone. He's like, "Yeah, this is Frank."
Hey, Dad, it's Robbie.
Robbie, is something wrong?
Yes, massively. Is there an alarm going off where you're at the?
Not here, not right now.
But can you hear one? Is there one going off somewhere on the base?
I don't know. I mean, We're usually kind of cut off from the base because we're on the surface.
Okay. Look outside.
Uh-huh.
Do you see any birds around any vents?
Yeah, it's weird you said that. There's been birds all over the place today.
Okay, I need you to make the most amount of noise. Just trust me on this. Trust me on this. If you've never listened to me in my entire fucking life, trust me on this. I need you and your motor pool guys to go to every visible vent and make as much fucking noise as you can. Get those birds out of there.
It's like,
just trust. There's not a lot of time to talk about this. Just trust me. Do whatever you can to make the most noise to make these birds leave the base.
give me a heart and a charm roll.
Sure. Okay. You know what, we're going to do this with these because these have been doing better tonight. One success.
You gotta lend a hand? Give you a lend a hand.
Oh, did I get a lend a hand?
Yes.
That would be two
Yes,
successes.
from me.
There you go.
I have 2 successes.
So he says, he pauses for a long second, and he says, you just hear his voice. He's like, Robbie, if this is you pulling shit again, I'm never gonna trust you.
You know how you never talk about what you saw?
Yeah.
I've seen some shit now too. Probably different, but I need you to trust me on this. I'm not fucking with you. Get these birds away.
All right. He's like, I will do what we can. He says, we don't really have any weapons here, but we can at least make some noise.
You have vehicles, honk horns, blare music. I don't fucking care. Get the birds away.
All right. He's like, are you okay, Robbie?
Not really, but I'll figure it the fuck out.
Where are you?
Police station. I'm not in trouble. I'm trying to help people.
All right. That's a strong building. You stay in that building, okay, Robbie?
I will, Dad. I gotta go.
Lock the fucking doors.
I love you, Dad. I gotta go.
I love you, Robbie.
Click.
All right. Does anyone have anything else they want to do right now? Go for it.
As Songbird is patching up Robbie, can I roll with my first aid kit to try to repair some of the damage?
Absolutely.
What am I rolling?
You are going to make me a mind and a. Oh, they don't have a good one on mind.
Am I making a? Is there a body I can try to fix? I don't know.
Body is more physical action.
Oh.
Yeah, but honestly, a weird thing is it might go under tech. Maybe tech and tinker to cut.
Tinker. I'm gonna become Frankenstein.
Oh no! Give me a mind comprehend.
Mind comprehend.
You're basically diagnosing and treating.
And I get a +2 for using my iconic item, right?
Absolutely.
Is that a +2?
2 dice. 2 dice.
Per 2 extra dice. Oh Jesus fuck! Hold on. I might not have.
Man, if I had been driving my van, we would have been having clear sailing from the beginning of that scene.
Yeah, because they couldn't have gotten in the fucking van.
No, yeah, but also I have a +2 for my van.
Yep.
Okay, but is the impound lot available to us?
I know the door.
Yeah, well, I mean, it could be, but the biggest thing is the police vehicles are reinforced vehicles that are designed to be.
Yeah, but we've got weapons and shit in Robbie's car.
Cool, there's shotguns on the dashboard.
Yeah, there are shotguns in the cars, and I'm as soon as Songbird is done with me, I'm actively moving towards where I happen to know the armory is, because I know they didn't get all the guns.
And also, you were in that interview room that was right down from the armory.
I know everything is. Yep.
Okay. So how much you get?
I don't know. Okay, that Linda Hand says other drivers.
Oh, that was for Robbie.
So that one's for that Linda Hand that Jess just did?
Oh, no. She's saying for anyone else who drives any other car.
Oh, okay. Then I got 4 successes.
All right. Oh, that's more than enough.
Yeah.
Actually, with 4 successes, and because you used your signature item, I am going to say this. Robbie, when as she is basically kind of patching you up and getting you back up to snuff, you honestly feel better, exponentially better. So you are going to basically have time to calm down, relax a bit, and you can remove your scared condition.
And is that my scared and my upset? My upset was momentarily taken away, right? Or am I still in upset?
Until you leave the police station, they're both gone. But the moment you guys get on the streets and you're trying to take risks again, you're going to be back to your upset's coming back.
Okay.
And I think.
Go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. I think because Songbird was patching Robbie up while he was on the phone with his dad, and I think as soon as Robbie hangs up that phone, Songbird because Songbird's weird. If you guys haven't clocked it, she's a little strange. Is just gonna say, I read in a magazine while I was at the pharmacy store getting supplies and whatnot. I also got supplies for your van. I also got like 3 t-shirts I'm gonna leave in your van because that's usually what I do. But I saw in like this Cosmo magazine that people make like deals with each other. So I'll make you a deal. If we make it out of this alive and you graduate from high school, when I go away to medical school, you're going to come with me.
I'm already we're done. I'm feeling better. I stand up. I look down at you. Deal. And I've done this before. This is something I do with my real platonic friends in real life. And I lean down and I kiss you on top of the head because you are small, or smaller than I am. And I go, thank you. Now I have to grab a couple of things. I'll be back in 5 seconds.
But part of that deal is we're getting married if we're single at 35. And that's what Songbird just shouts.
I literally am jogging down the hall. You see me grab a police duffel bag and I go, deal, kid. And I go to the armory and I'm just gonna take a shot in the dark. I'm not grabbing a lot. I'm just grabbing a couple of boxes of shells, a couple boxes.
And this is the 80s. So there's not M16s in the racks or anything. Like that.
It's shotguns and revolvers. Yeah,
shotguns and revolvers, and probably 2 long rifles.
I'm not worried about the revolver.
Oh, there's flashbangs.
Yeah, what's it?
I see those, and I go.
There's a case of a dozen flashbangs.
1 little, 2 little, 3 toys for Robbie. 4 little, 5 little, 6 toys for Robbie. I grab the 2 shotguns. I am gonna duffel bag over the shoulder and start going back. And I just look at Lynx. And I look at Songbird.
Lynx is getting their face
cleaned up. But Juniper paused the second
I look at Juniper. I look at Juniper. This has been like 30 seconds. This is just Robbie became kid in a candy store for a second. I look at all of you and I go, no. And I just put one of them into the duffel bag and load the one for myself. Where are those keys? I'm sorry. I don't trust any of you with these.
As you guys are all doing that, you're pausing, you're doing that. The bird, the pigeon, sorry, Jello, he's still sitting on Juniper's shoulder. And he he kind of looks back and he's like, what are we going to do with a nearly dead kid?
He's going to ride in the back.
He's like, oh, no, that's cool and all. He's like, but the gun shot stopped a while ago. He's like, and now all the birds are sitting all over the cars.
I was just about to ask if we still hear them outside fighting. I was just about to ask that.
And
I look out the front. Do I see the sheriff dead?
Oh, there's no one. There's no one there. And as you look at the front, you see that the falcon is sitting in front of the osprey is sitting in front of the door, right? And the osprey just comes to the door and he like pecks it twice real hard, and you see a bunch of fucking ravens fly down, and they have one of the police officers' belts, gun belts, and they hook it on the front of the door, and they begin pulling the door open. And the first time the belt stops and falls off, and the door closes, and they hook it again, and they're pulling the door open. And you see that there's a bunch of crows is circling in front.
Okay, I know we have to cut soon.
We're cutting now.
I wanted my action movie moment. Everyone gets in the car, and I'm just going to approach the door. I don't fucking care. Everyone gets in the
You
cars.
can have that. You can try and have that at the beginning of the next scene. Because the car, when you look out the back, every single vehicle in the back is covered in birds.
It's covered in birds. Cool. Dope.
I was gonna say, do they have the Suburbans actually like in a garage area?
They're in a big squared off fence, and all the cars face inwards, and they're backed up to the fence line. So that way, if they have a big call, they all just can pull out real fast. They don't want them to be trapped or boxed in. And frankly, this isn't a huge.
Need some of those flashbangs.
This isn't a huge police department, so they only have like maybe 20 cars total with all the different kinds of cars they have.
Yeah, but I didn't know if there was like a garage area that they had maybe one already packed up in the garage itself because they.
This is an emergency response system. So every single car at the end of their shift, everything is restocked. Since they don't normally go around shooting all day, they don't have to worry about that too much. But every single night, they have to make sure that the cars are fully equipped with all their emergency response gear. So any vehicle you take is going to have everything in it, including med kits, road flares, travel packs, the works.
Well, I think Lissa was also wondering if there's one that, way for us to find a car that's not covered in birds.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
There's not a fucking garage. We live in a small town. It's fine.
There's covering carport over all the units, but there's nothing that's like enclosed because the garage where they actually work on the cars, that's not part of this building. This is just the motor pool for the vehicles for the active duty officers. They literally send their patrol cars to get repaired at one of the local car garages here in town.
Fair enough. Hi, Esri.
Hi, Esri. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're leaving this in a very good place. How you guys doing? Is everyone doing okay?
You and I have very different definitions of
I think my partner and I have had very different sessions because at one point in time I heard him yell about a gallon of moonshine as we're over here going through a fucking action movie scene while being chased by fucking birds.
Yeah,
we got
this is a goddamn teenage Alfred Hitchcock movie.
The One True Will has given us a hydrate. We hydrate in honor of One True Will.
I would say that's your brother, Will, isn't it? Yeah.
That is my little brother.
Oh, so that was
This is as close as you're getting, Will.
I mean,
I don't
water
currently have water at the moment.
A begrudging hydrate.
There's water in Monster.
I have a bottle of water. I'll take a drink from a bottle of water.
Oh, see, here's the
Only
thing.
by birth.
I have water.
But I'm not nice. Actually, I think whenever I get point redemptions on my channel, which again we're so close, I might do like 2 different hydrates. One where you have to use water, and one where it can be whatever.
Which one's gonna cost more?
Probably the water one.
50,000 points.
Not by much though. It'd probably be like 100-point difference, probably.
50,000 points. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having joined us tonight. This once again has been Best Days, which is a. I was watching Coco.
I'm exhausted right now. Okay, I had a moment. Okay.
But anyway, this has been Best Days, which is a Tales from the Loop chronicle. Tales from the Loop is published by Free League Publishing and is an amazing indie game. If you have not checked it out, think of Stranger Things, think of X-Files, think of all those shows that were in the 90s and even Stranger Things now, and take that and turn that into a TTRPG where you and your friends play kids who were raised up on living on top of a large Hadron Collider, and that is used to access other universes and other realms of reality. So it causes all kinds of fucked up shit. I would like to thank all of my players for having been with us tonight. I love you guys so the manies. Let's go ahead and say goodnight to everyone and let them tell you where you can find them on the mighty interwebs. We will start this time with Geek Girl Lissa, because I'm going back to corners.
Hey, I'm Geek Girl Lissa. You can find me on all the places with the buttons as Geek Girl Lissa. Every Wednesday, I am over on twitch.tv/Beggar Street, and I am the editor-in-chief for a Masks: A New Generation actual play over there, where my players play teenage superheroes, going through the trials and tribulations of high school.
In the 90s.
Currently,
right? It's the 90s?
This season is 2000.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
So we
80s.
did a time skip, so it's 5 years later.
Oh,
So our characters from last season are adults now.
Yep.
And Mina and Scylla are raising Drake, one of our kids this year. So our characters from last year are siblings / parental guardians to this kid. We've got other callbacks, like we've got an NPC that's Rudy's little sister, things like that. It's been fun. It's freaking hilarious.
If you didn't watch the last Masks game, it is a phenomenal cast. They are a blast to watch, sincerely.
They are a blast. I traumatized all of them the past 2 sessions because everyone was stuck in nightmares.
I wish I could have seen that. You traumatizing Will.
Excellent.
Will was stuck as Tiamat.
Oh, that's interesting. The Babylonian Tiamat or the D&D Tiamat?
Combination. Like, it looks like the D&D Tiamat, but like a lot of the lore that we've been
the aspects of the Babylonian
leaning on for.
Nice.
Yeah, like it's a combo between the two.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, he was stuck because his character is was born into a dragon cult and was supposed to essentially be sacrificed to become one of the heads of Tiamat. So,
Dun, dun, dun.
he was stuck as that. That's been fun.
And that's on which one?
That's on Beggar Street.
Gotcha. Is there any others you're on right
now? But yeah, that's a lot of fun. Huh?
Is there any others you're doing right now?
I'm also doing work with Project Aurora, and running D&D. So you guys can sign up for that. That's in my link as well. So do the things, do the excites. Next person.
Kel, where can people find you on the mighty random webs?
You had to choose me just because on the layout, because that's the points right at me on the layout. God dang it. Okay, but again, I'm Kellen. You can find me on Twitch and TikTok under Celtic Wyvern King. Though when it comes to Twitch on Mondays, you can find me at ADH Venture for Gods of Relaya. We actually are hitting our season finale, our series finale. On this, we're finding the BBEG. We're all level 20s, and we're going to die. You can also find me opposite Fridays of this show on my channel, streaming my Stargate TTRPG campaign, where my players get to pick up in their first combat session next week.
That's going to be.
I literally ended them off on 3 Jafal, walk through the gate, and cut.
So that should be a lot of gunfire.
All right, they set some booby traps, and they have 4 grenades.
Okay, well that's deadly.
But they don't have any C4 because they didn't look in their bags well enough. So the traps are literally like snare traps, trip traps, and trenches.
Hey, those are harder to detect most of the time. Anyway,
we'll see what the rolls are.
Do you have anything else?
I mean, not because the Vibe Tribe thing I was part of, real life got in the way of that one, though. There's going to be some more shows I'll be part of on that, and I'll mention those when I'm more free to do so.
Gotcha.
And then, yeah, because, I mean, TikTok I post occasionally. I need to get better about that, especially when it comes to advertising my show on the week of.
Yep.
Oh, actually, because I forgot, you actually remind me. If you want to go back in case you don't feel like trying to watch VODs on Twitch, because we know Twitch can be a little weird with watching recaps, the VODs are also on my YouTube under the same name.
There you go. And you can find all that in his links. Diamond, would you like to tell us where to find you on the mighty interwebs?
Yes. Hi there. My name is Madness Diamond, but since we're friends now, you can call me Diamond. I spread my wholesome chaos all across the wonderful, wonderful interwebs. You can find me on most social medias as at Madness Diamond, unless you're looking for me on TikTok, and I am Madness Diamond 2.0. I post everything from cosplay content, your usual run-of-the-mill wholesome thirst traps, and anything really on topic, TTRPG-wise sometimes too. I am also not only a TTRPG actual play performer, I'm also a writer, and I am usually my party's note taker for a lot of the campaigns that I'm in. So if you would like to hire me on as your temporary note taker to either run through your VODs and take some comprehensive notes, or if you'd like to have me watch old episodes of something to compile a general aspect of notes per episode, that is definitely something that I'm doing on and off. So if you'd like to do that, just hit me up in my Beacons link. There's a little icon in there with a little mail signal. So you can email me or you can message me on social media to connect with me and we can talk about some options. But if you would like to see other performances that I'm in or other actual play streams, you can find me here on the Dinner and Games Twitch chat on Tuesdays. Usually we end up going around like 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Exactly.
Well, we were usually...
Yeah, we're never usually on time, but...
When we're usually...
Is any show ever on time?
Pending tech issues. But the usual show we would usually do is Emerald Sanctums, our Orphan's World of Darkness game. Lovely characters. But currently we are still running our Small Town Life, which is our Monster of the Week game, where I play Dottie, the lovely spooky housewife who is my amalgamation character of What If Dolly Parton and Elvira put together. And
amazing.
Pacted with none other than He Who Walks Behind as my little patron of chaos. So
I fucking love that description of your character, Diamond. Just
she's perfect. She's my little Appalachian housewife, and she's got the perfectly split down the middle hair of shocking platinum blonde and dark black, and she lives that psychobilly rockabilly aesthetic life, and she drives a hearse named Herman.
Mm-hmm.
So, but and she's also the best stepmom ever.
And her husband is an executive at a bank.
So he has a job. He has a job, and he's gone a lot because he likes to watch the NASCARs and Indy live with his friend. But so you can find me here on Tuesdays at about 7:30 CST, where I play that one with a lovely crew of chaos. You can also find me on Thursdays on World Tree Quest Twitch channel, where I play in a wonderfully haunting at times, completely underwater homebrew campaign using the 5e system called Fathoms Below. Our lovely DM of Doom Bran, aka Son of Asgard, has basically created all of the races that we play in this campaign, as well as the entire world setting. I play Melusine Luce Vestra, the archaeologist backgrounded Battlemaster fighter. And it has been confirmed that we are getting into combat next session. So if you would like to see what our level up has given us stat-wise, it's real fun. We have PvP combat enabled. Beginning of last session, I got to get fucked with by one of my character's kind of older brother figure at this point, where we initially went into just PvP combat, and it was great. It's my favorite thing in the world. And then every other Friday, with this Friday as the on date, I am here playing Songbird Lakeview, your lovely, weird, troublemaker medic character who is kind of just upset but a little unfazed because, this is not the weirdest thing she's probably seen. It's up there. It's up there. So, but yeah, if you'd like to follow me and follow along with my wholesome chaos, come find me in my socials. If you'd like me to maybe be your de facto note keeper and make you a whole Wikipedia-length Google Doc for your campaign, come contact me. Or if you just want to say hi, that's also welcome too.
Yep. And next we have Miss Liz. How are you doing?
I am absolutely wonderful. For if you don't know, you can find me at various iterations of @MissLiz and @MissLiz2 on pretty much all the social medias. Depends on my mood and what was available on the day that I made that account. For games, obviously you can find me here on every other Friday, playing right now Best Days with everyone that you see here on every other Saturday, which would not be this Saturday, but next Saturday. Currently, for the next few weeks, you can find me over on the Starfield playing Vampire the Masquerade, where I get to play Vlade Bernard, who is a too smart for her own good Tremere. And then on Wednesdays right now, you can find me back here. Normally we would be playing Kingdoms of Mist, our homebrew D&D 5e, but right now we are playing a campaign called Between Two Worlds, set in the same universe, but we're playing Pathfinder. And I get to play a wisp fetchling rogue who just likes to steal things, including people's hearts.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, I'll say, don't forget all the flirting.
Yes, I spend a lot of time flirting with Circle DM.
Yes,
It's a good time.
It's absolutely the best.
Did you make a, if I recall, did you
Look,
make a
look,
blush
look. If we
once?
weren't about to end when we did, I was about to have Link's breakdown, but breakdown flirt.
Breakdown flirt. And finally, you can find all the Dinner and Games links in our link tree, and all these other creators' links are as well in our chat right now. Please, if you can, give them a follow. For creators, creators, it's almost as big a serotonin boost as seeing Ichigo. Ichiro, hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hold on.
You skipped someone,
You
Ray.
skipped someone.
It's someone.
Oh God, I've skipped. Oh yeah, that guy.
Person,
That
Being.
person.
you're good.
I'm gonna mail you to Texas.
I don't.
Take revenge.
I don't want to know. I don't know if I want to say where you can find me now.
Why not?
That's
No,
fair. That's fair.
no.
Get revenge.
I just want to be a pouty little brat. No,
Because Coco is a brat.
no, we're not. No,
Coco's
absolutely.
You don't
brat,
know what to
confirmed.
It was stated on stream. It's canon now.
Canon now. It's in the notes.
It's in the
I will
notes.
fist fight all of you. No,
I
it's in
didn't
the
do
notes.
shit.
Do it.
You're an accomplice, Kels. Nah, you can find me as the Hipster GM on TikTok and Instagram. That's the only places I am. And Threads, but I don't use Threads. No longer on the Bird app because fuck that place. But yeah, you can find me on TikTok and Instagram as the_hipster_GM. I'm about to be starting up a new series of videos over The Walking Dead. If anyone is interested, I know that Ray is excited for that.
Oh yeah.
They take a long time to shoot. Okay, those like 6-minute videos take me about 3 hours. Just saying.
I've been watching every single one of your movie review to the end. I love them all.
Oh, those take an hour and a half to 2 hours to film as well. Those are long. Those are hard to do. There's a lot there. I don't script anything. Everything I do is off the cuff for the most part, so it takes a little bit. But if you want to go through and watch all of my Watchtober Spooktacular videos from this year, I have 3 more to make. I just haven't finished them yet. But yeah, you can go to TikTok and see all that. Yeah, that's about all I got.
Dun dun dun.
I play here every other Friday, and maybe I'll guest on the occasional other Friday. I need to talk to you about that. I had a way to work that out. I just can't play every week. Yeah, that's all. I just can't play Cyberpunk every week. That's all it is.
You won't. You'll be playing Cyberpunk one weekend, and you playing.
You
Walking
know what the
Dead.
fuck I mean, Ray. You know what I mean.
And thank you, Ev, to everyone who's been part of this game tonight and part of this audience. We love you very much. We thank you very much. We would make content regardless of whether you're here or not because we love what we do and we play this for fun. But we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us, talking in chat, giving people boosts and bumps on their rolls if you're in the Twitch stream. I'm going to try and figure out how to... Huh?
We needed them tonight.
Yeah. I'm going to try and figure out how to set that up so I can do it on other streams as well. The biggest issue is there's not really a point system anywhere else, so it's kind of weird. But we'll see what we can do. But in the meantime, if you guys want to support the show, you can subscribe on Twitch. You can do... Actually, I think we're monetized on every stream now. So if you want to subscribe to us on Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, any of the other channels, you can. But do give us a follow on as many socials as you can because it just helps with the algorithms for us and helps get us seen out there and get out there more often when we go live. We appreciate everyone's time. We know time is money, and we lost... we lost Coco, but no. But yeah, so we know the time is precious, and we appreciate all the time you give us. Remember, at Dinner Game, we always save you a seat at the table. Please be careful. If you're going out and about, make sure you wear a mask. Make sure you social distance where you can, because most of us went to Gen Con, and almost all of us who went to Gen Con came back with COVID. Because it is the new reality, it is the new Concrete, and it is not going to leave you alone no matter how much you want it to. So be as careful as you can when you do anything like that. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and see if we can throw a raid out. If you are with us on Twitch, you are going to see us jump over to another partner's channel. Is he still on?
Dice is still on.
We're going to jump over into Dice and Autism's stream because Dice is doing a subathon, and we want to give them all the help and love that we can because we love Dice. So we're going to jump over there. You guys just hang out for a few seconds while we get that set up, and we will be able to jump over there, and you can say hi to them. Remember, let them know Dinner and a Game sent you, and hit the refresh button on your browser when you get there, because you will help out their metrics and their analytics and get them seen by more people too. We thank everyone for everything tonight, and we hope you have a really, really great evening. Please.
Just a heads up, Dice is currently on our 15-minute break, so guys, be patient. He will be back.
They actually just came back.
Oh, good. Well, either way, do be patient. Let them know that you're there to support them. If you can, throw them a follow, because that is going to help out with their metrics as well. If you haven't watched them before, Dice is an amazing creator. Please give them some love. We will see you guys next time. The next show is going to be on when is it? Tuesday. Where we're going to be playing, we're going to play Monster of the Week, and we are going to be having some serious fun as we unleash all the chaos. And thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Have a very, very good night.